Hey everyone, today after a big delay is the final chapter of our mini-series Tomb of the White City. Will our gang of plucky adventurers solve the mystery, or just die? I think you know what's coming.
Hello! We are live. It is Wednesday. It's time for some D&D. I, Clued, have control of the DM seat for the final time, provided I manage to finishing everything today. We are D&D Boyband, a group of friends that all like to play handsome and beautiful boys because it ain't fantasy unless everyone is hot. This is an original D&D mini-campaign set in our beloved Jamie's homebrew world of Lakai. And here, before you learn about this properly in the main campaign, I have created my own little section of the world, which I will force my friends to play through. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog yelling, she's angry. But I am here to give Jamie a break, and also to flirt with my friends on multiple characters at once. I am choking on a mini egg, but I'm also Dungeon Master Food, and joining me tonight are No Direction. So let me introduce Jamie as Lucifer, Eski as Modi,
Hello.
Erin as Bray,
Hello, hello.
Luke as Ahim.
I mean, choking on an egg sounds like a euphemism.
No, it's doing me rough. Sai as Osiris,
Hello.
and our newest gang member Ben as Mercy.
Live long and prosper.
I don't think we have any announcements other than the fact that new campaign is nigh, this one is ending, and watch this space. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Yeah, keep an eye on the Discord, guys. We have that. Okay. Gaming. Yeah. So, No Direction have travelled to the Dread Isles, the secretive necromancy capital of the world, at the behest of their General Montague, the vampire somewhat in charge of the place. They now descend into the Divine Vault at his behest, tasked with bringing down a barrier of light that prevents the locals from entering. Whilst in the vault, they have learned they need 2 prisms to open the way to the lower levels, where they expect to find some kind of vessel powering the barrier. They've discovered the vault at large to be lit by some kind of infectious glow that seems to have left the vault dustless, pristine, and full of perfectly preserved bodies that look like they could have died yesterday, despite having been there for a century. They found a talking sword, a voice behind a door that seemed to belong to a still living woman. They locked her up and left her in there, and located 1 out of 2 prisms. We finished last session with Lucifer seemingly affected by the light, which every so often, the longer they spend here, seems to become more and more pressing. No Direction get the sense they are probably on a bit of a timer here and don't want to spend too long. But also with Modi casting Locate Object to find the pair to the prism that they already possess. So, we find ourselves following Modi's directions in a square chamber. No Direction have come to a branching kind of room in which there is one single statue looking at them. Modi, you know from the sense at the back of your mind that what you are looking for is almost directly to the south of you. There are gates blocking your way south, west, and north. You've come in from the east. The doorways are blocked by gates. The only other notable feature in this room is a statue that is facing you the way that you have come. It is large, golden, armoured, and has a hefty sword strapped to its back.
Are there any inscriptions or text or anything on the statue?
Make a perception check for the room.
Should it be investigation? It doesn't make a difference actually. I'm +0 on either.
Perceive, you're using your eyes.
I rolled the wrong one. But I got an 18.
An 18? Not on the statue, but actually above each of the gates, there is a mural chipped into the polished marble that this whole kind of vault has been made from. That seems to depict an entryway with gate open. And it like kind of... what it is you've got this kind of gateway, and almost as if you're peering through it, you see an armoured man standing there, facing straight at you.
I relay this information to the party, I guess. Our DS crew.
And just as a note, Lucifer, you very much feel like you want to strangle Bray every time he looks in your general direction.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I think Bray is oblivious to this, as he is to most things.
Moses, maybe you should ask the sword what the solution to this puzzle is.
Gone so well
Osiris.
the last few times.
Osiris just like whips out the sword and goes, "Well, you heard them."
Well, if it's to help your friends, then yes, I will answer. It seems to me as the gates will open, only one at a time, and you'll want the statue to face the way you want to go, I think.
We want the statue to face the way that we want to go, and they'll open one at a time. That's what she said.
Modi immediately turns and looks at Bray, just gives him a slap on the back. You heard the sword? Gestures. Bray has already run away, it looks like.
Bray's
Bray's
done with
Bray's
this immediately.
Bray's
Scared by Lucifer's presence.
Ray's doing some press ups, getting blood flow.
All this was looking to
Lucifer, what
sprint
did you
down
do?
the
Lucifer
hall.
cracks his neck. I'll do it.
Okay, do you want to make a strength check? You're going to try and swivel this thing?
Yeah, let me
That's
just
where we
find
find out
my
you have, like, the same
character
amount of
sheet.
strength.
Character sheet. Yeah. Look over at Bray, who's probably nonchalantly doing something stupid.
Like
And
returning to his seat.
yeah, 19.
19, you
Wow.
strain and you push and you huff and you puff and you don't rotate the statue. It is a heavy thing.
All right,
it's
move
solid rock.
aside. I'll do it.
Get out the way.
And Bray is gonna try to do whatever Lucifer is just doing. Sorry, I was AFK.
I will go to the other
Right.
side and try to push it the opposite way to which Brett is pushing.
Wait, like as in, would you intelligently be pushing the other corner so that you guys could rotate it, or you just?
No. I'm trying to negate whatever Bray is doing.
Make a contested athletics check.
I
Oh my
love
God.
how Bray has just sat down in her chair, has no idea of what the context is, but it's like, Lucifer, get out the way. I want to try.
It involves pushing something heavy. I'm sure I can do it.
21.
It's on brand.
My character is very simple to play. Here we go. No, why is no? I rolled a 9.
A 9.
No.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Lucifer, you're pushing in the opposite direction. Yeah, it does slightly swivel. It's not
Yes.
fully facing the correct way.
DM, I think you misunderstand. He's literally pushing the other side of the statue, not to assist.
Oh no, it's going the other way. Yeah. It's
Oh.
now, it's more now facing north than the south
Oh,
where you want
I
to
see.
go. But it did.
Yeah,
it
it's
did
gone
move
the other
slightly.
way.
Modi just kind of leaning on it, just goes, if you push opposite corners, you could probably rotate it.
Yeah, can I make some sort of check to see whether this is a statue that's capable of being pushed, like rotated properly, or whether it's going to need like more people, basically.
Yeah, you can. So, yeah, I'll say with your high wisdom, right? This statue, I'll give you this one for free. It doesn't look like it has some kind of swivel mechanism built into it. It looks
Right.
like what Lucifer's doing is like brute forcing something that is not, necessarily designed to be swiveled in this way. I mean, if y'all did it, I mean, you probably
can we
could force this thing, but
Can we assume that my character is smarter than me, and can I get a quick or better memory?
Mhm.
And what did he see with his investigation again?
So the above each entryway to this room, there is a
Yeah.
mural, and it is off a gateway, a kind of entryway,
Mhm.
and facing through it and looking straight through, you can see open gate and a single individual standing kind of in the background facing out at you. and it looks kind of vaguely like the statue.
The statue.
I share my insight with the group when I say something like, it doesn't look like it can be rotated easily. It might be best if we all combine our efforts and push from one direction. He says that pointedly looking at Lucifer.
One direction? We're no direction. What are you talking about?
So describe the statue again. What's on there?
It's brass golden statue, armored figure, sword strapped to the back, standing kind of arms folded.
I mean, there's a chance this is magic. We gotta trigger it somehow. Or we can push the statue.
I think we can just push it.
Maybe-
Mercy, get over here.
Actually, maybe Mercy Moddy, make general wisdom checks for me, please. Actually, insight. Let's insight check the statue. Let's do it.
Wait. Character. Oh no. That's a 6. 3 plus 3.
A
Why
6.
can't I insight roll the statue?
You can if you'd like to. I did it because I know
No.
they're wisdom boys. Wait, Arim's a monk as well. You
The
can insight
hardest
check it.
things to do is to.
I just in my
solve
mind, Luke
basic
only plays
puzzles.
rogues.
It's basically a rogue disguised as a monk.
I can't handle you playing anything that's not a rogue. I just
I played a sorcerer for 2 years.
no, that was a rogue.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're magical rogue.
An arcane
Me
trickster
and-
by another name.
Yeah. Me and Luke both got 18s, I think.
Oh, nice.
Buddy's just too
18.
hyperfixated on the idea of spinning the statue.
21.
Peggy 18.
18's and a 21. The three of you look at it. This is actually maybe a little too lifelike for a statue. It almost reminds you a little bit of something that's been kind of frozen into place. That probably, rather than originally being something designed to swivel, probably could do it itself.
Does it have, so you know, like the bowl with the first guy where we put
Mhm.
stuff in the bowl and stuff happened? Is there any kind of receptacle in this with this guy or near this guy?
No, there's no obvious receptacle, but actually mentioning that, it does remind you of the style of make of the statues that you encountered in the first room, the moving guy who climbed his own way onto the pedestal.
Yeah, well, if it's humanoid, it definitely has a few receptacles we could try and use.
Oh dear.
Bro.
Dear.
Does Moddy say that? I don't think Moddy that goes.
No. I would get to, actually. It would be
Yeah,
nice to get out of character.
I'd like to.
But it depends whether you talked about receptacles.
For no
out
reason
loud
at
or
all,
not.
Bray punches Muddy.
I'd like to poke it.
What do
in
you mean the
bottom.
correct way to solve this puzzle isn't to
Yeah,
sodomize the statue? I'm
Oh my
sorry.
God.
I was gonna ask, just for a recap of what the pose, the position, posture of the
Arms
statue.
folded,
folded.
sword on back.
Can we pull out the sword?
And looking at like the expression on the face, what kind of vibe check are we getting?
Kind of like a, oh, so you're approaching me kind of thing. Sort of a bit of a like, come on, try it, guy.
Yeah, I feel like we need to impress this motherfucker.
Eel.
Take the sword,
That's
take the sword,
what
take the
I'm
sword.
saying,
Can Bray stand in front of the statue and
Mhm.
also cross his arms while looking at the statue and see if copying the pose does anything?
Yeah, you cross your arms and you stare super hard at the statue, and it doesn't move.
Lucifer,
You give
take
it
the
you give it
sword.
a good 60 seconds, I'll say.
Can I take the sword?
You want to try and take the sword?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You try and take the sword, you grab at it, you pull. Doesn't budge.
Muddy goes over to the south gate, stands in front of it, looking directly at the statue, and just like challenges it. Like,
You just go
Look at
and
me.
challenge it.
just look at me. Yeah.
It doesn't move at that. It doesn't seem to respond at that. You feel like maybe like this is ultimately still a statue, but maybe a direct physical challenge might kind of do the job a little better.
Can I throw a rock at the statue?
Yeah. Yeah. Chuck a
Like-
rock at it.
Is that an attack roll, or just so they even hit it, or
Yeah, do you know what? Make
unarmed?
Yeah, Anna. No. Do you have a proficiency with rock throwing, improvised weapon?
How would I check?
You know, I'll say as a furbolg, you're well suited to chucking rocks about. So
Oh,
yeah,
do you have
Hell
magical stone as a cantrip?
I don't think I do.
Or if you're proficient with slings, maybe.
Yeah.
just
slings? Yeah,
use your
slings.
dex,
know.
stick proficiency on it.
I think druids can sling, can't they?
I'll do that, but yeah. If I stick proficiency on it, I guess that's a 15, right?
15. Yeah, bounces off the. It's like quite a square landing, straight in the forehead, and it clangs as it's hit, and the metal kind of reverberates slightly, and slowly.
As he does it, he just goes, "Stupid fucking statue."
And slowly, as you say this, it rotates round, pulls its sword off its back, and swings it down at whoever is closest to it, which is probably Bray standing in front of it, arms crossed.
Oh my god.
Does an
Can I-
18 hit you?
Yes. Can I use my reaction to try to like pull my axe out and block it, or is it just a complete surprise?
It's just gonna try and hit you like any normal attack roll.
Cool. Yeah, 18 hits.
18 hits you. Okay. You take. Let me use my shiny dice. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage
Alright.
as this hefty sword comes down upon you, and it shifts round ever so slightly. Oh
Wait, shifts which direction?
round towards you. Let me just. Can I rotate stuff? I can't rotate stuff.
Is it how obvious is it that it rotated? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's
very
rotated quite
much.
significantly.
Yeah. So it's like it's
Right.
actively.
I want to
walked around
say
and
that
moved.
Modi would be smart enough to realize that this has just worked. He kind of immediately kind of cocks one eyebrow and then just picks another stone up. Throws it
So
at the
it-
thing.
As
He
Modi
goes,
is doing
"Right,
this-
stand there." but be a
Is
bit
the
more ready
solution
next time.
Did it turned towards the way in which Modi was standing, or did it turn towards Bray, who just happened to be the closest person to it?
Towards Modi, who
Towards
was
Modi.
standing towards the south, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I throw another rock at it then?
Yeah.
That was a 14 for rock
I'll move in
throw.
front of Bray and take a patient defense.
Bray has also pulled his axe out now and is waiting for an attack to try to block it.
Ireen's just taking the dodge action, boy. Like, fuck all this.
All right. Okay. The rock again lands, and it will again
Yeah.
swing at the closest thing to it, which is, I guess, Mercy now, who's taken the patient defense action. So that's disadvantage for me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay, it swings down, and you almost sort of. Oh my god, there's a cat on the back of your chair. It reminded me of my own cat because the
Sorry.
silhouette's similar with the chunky tail, and I got really confused. I was like, "But my cat's there. Why is he there?" Mercy kind of moves with this like almost nonchalant sort of knew it was coming energy, and the strike does not hit, and it continues to bear down towards Modi. As it turns the full way around, the door that Modi is standing in front of slides open.
Does the door on the east close?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah,
Modi
it
throws his hands
does.
up and he goes, "There we go."
So,
Door is open.
doorway open. You proceed south. Modi, you know that it's the south and the south alone that you need to go to. And you head down into a room that to you looks like a repository. There are safes lining the walls, there are shelves. The safes all look like combination locks, keys, multiple layers of security. Probably, Irene, you take a quick case of the joint and you think, heck, this is going to take me a lot more time than I have in me. You reckon give it some time, you could probably crack it using your master skills, but today is probably not the day. Put a pin in it for later. But what there is in front of you at the end is a large panel on a wall in front of a door. A sequence of numbers from kind of top down, a single one. You've got it written on a grid in front of you. and some empty slots where you are able to rotate a little stone number to a 1, a 2, or a 3. And I'm gonna ask you players to use your brains here.
Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, sell out.
Oh no.
But my
Actually,
character doesn't have a brain.
Yeah, but I play it.
Open
do
Google.
any of you speak Celestial?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
I'm so happy.
Uh-huh.
It's me, I do.
So Massey, written by this panel at the end, reads an inscription: "For those who speak the language of our gods, speak aloud what you see."
Modi move. I think you're on the first one. Modi and
Yeah, I
Bray,
share the
everyone else.
verbatim translation of that
Move
with
your-
everyone.
Move your guys' thing.
Osiris, in the back of your mind you hear, "I could always just tell you the answer, Osiris."
One. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I've got it.
I don't
Think.
think I will.
Oh, I think I've worked it out as well.
Yeah, it's 1, 1. So it's 11. 2 1s, 2 1.
Oh my!
1, 2.
This sword has just told us she'll condemn us to death. Maybe you guys were right and we should put her back in the box. Maybe I should do that now.
Do them on the way
You're
back.
so
Give us a
clever.
second.
Oz, what are you talking about?
She just said she knows the answer but won't tell us.
No, that's not what you said. You said this would kill us. Mercy, enough of your talk. Put this sword down.
No, Osiris mustn't. He's meant to have the sword. Osiris, don't let go of the sword.
You want to take a sword that is looking to kill us.
Raheem speaks the truth. Maybe I should put it in the box. Maybe I should destroy it. And
No.
he just starts whacking it against the wall.
Please don't. As you hit it against the wall, you just hear this: "I'm a sword, Osiris. What do you think the wall will do to me?"
Oh no.
Wait, isn't it just like an energy blade as well?
Yeah.
Like there's just a hilt. Like
It's a hilt. It's a hilt.
you should be bashing the hilt against the wall.
3 1s. So is it 1, 3? 1 1. 2
I
2
thought-
2 1?
I thought I worked it out, but I'm dumb.
No, it's like, well, there's one. So one's the first one, then it's 1 1, then it's 2 1s, so 2 1, and then it's 1 2 1 1, then it's 3 1s. But why is it? What happens there? 3 1s, 1 2, 1 1 1 2, 2 1s, then it's 3 1s, 3 1s, 2 2s, 1 1. So above it's 1 3
Oh,
1 1 2
3,
2.
1 2 2 2 1.
As you input this, Lucifer, I assume Bray will not have been participating.
No, Bray
You're
is not
sliding a
participating.
number.
Fuck off, Bray.
Absolutely not.
Maybe he's really good at math.
He can't read, but he knows numbers.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
He's
olden
great
times,
at
right?
counting things.
You can count coins, so you can function in a medieval society, but you can't read because you don't need to.
If Bray comes over to try to help, Lucifer like slaps his hand away.
Lucifer, your sword guy, your power-hungry kind of party dad, just twizzles the numbers around. And lo and behold, the door slides open, and sat behind it is the prism that you were looking at.
I have 15 intelligence. Lucifer's smarter than me. Like,
Osiris, you probably knew the answer. You just didn't want to do
Actually,
it.
what's my intelligence?
Yeah, my character. Yeah, I have no fucking clue what's going on. I'm just saying numbers, but my character definitely knew the answer to the puzzle.
And by the time everyone else has worked it out, Reem has kind of finished laying out his tools and looks up and is just kind of like, just a little bit deflated. Like, and just begins packing his tools in a very ritualistic way as well. Once again, he's not too bothered, but he realizes the skill wasn't the right time.
As Bray sees it, Lucifer successfully completes the puzzle and the door opens. He'll be like, "Oi, Lucy, you're a fucking genius! I've never met a man so smart as you."
I just completely blanked the compliment and walked through the door. Just no acknowledgement that Bray's talking to me.
"Oi, Lucy, what's your fucking problem?" And he's gonna follow after you.
Muddy grabs the prism if no one else has.
And that pinging from locate object just fades in your mind as you make contact with the object.
Ah. And he kind of starts wandering back, and as he gets into the central chamber, he kind of signals for everyone to come through. Shall we?
Follow.
And then
Wait. But why?
Why what?
What about this way down here? And he points to the location I'm pulsing on the map currently.
Is that locked?
Yeah,
if you-
Muddy just shrugs and just goes, "Be my guest."
Peering down there, Harim, it is much like the other corridors. You see kind of doors offshooting side to side, sealed tight. It seems like not a mote of dust could fit between the kind of edge of floor and door. It's almost like perfectly vacuum sealed exitways either side. But what's strange about the end of this corridor is that it almost seems to dissolve into light, as if the kind of stones have started to sort of really just liquefy at the edge, melt away, and all you can see is this expanse of just white gold and kind of rivets of power. And you just think that probably whatever went that way, or what was that way, has just been engulfed by this and eroded over time.
And probably with with the maelstrom down the end of the hall, what flicks of hair he has probably rippling in the wind, and it looks a bit complicated this way. Maybe we go your way.
Can I just take an OOC moment to compliment Clude's map drawing? Like the little energy swirl that she's hand gorgeous.
Wow, is that hand drawn?
Yeah. That's custom. That's definitely Clude
boy.
artwork.
I got my old canary yellows out, man.
Yo, you
Sponsored by Gab, man.
You should be drawing maps for people. You could flip. You could
I will.
flip that
I
with
hate
DM
this. I will
skills.
never do this again. Drawing maps has been my least favorite part of this campaign. I will say that much.
We got some exclusive Clude map drawing moment.
Is everyone back in the central room?
Yeah, we're back in the room now.
Muddy will not take not his staff, but his shield out, kind of like weight it on his
Mosey.
left arm. And he goes, and then he just picks up a rock, and again, like as the closest guy to the thing, just throws it directly at
Lucifer
the head
would
of the,
Lucifer, while Bray is following him, trying to get its attention, will like try to subtly stop and shoulder barge Bray into being the closest person to the statue.
Oh my word!
Are you doing
Okay.
this subtly?
Yeah, subtly. Like just like I'm just like stopping as Bray is like chasing after me.
But is
Do you
this
wanna-
obvious?
Do you want to stealth this? Are you trying to do this so your party can't see?
I think it
or-
might be more performance. Like it's clearly not supposed to be.
Okay, so you're doing the action in plain sight, but you're going to try play it off as oopsie, my bad.
An act.
All right, make a performance check.
I would also like to insight check this to see if Bray is finally cottoning on.
Seems
that-
to be a lot.
On 21. 19.
You can
God.
certainly
Yeah.
contest that with an insight check if you like.
Only rolled a 14, so
No, I mean, to all of you, even the very insightful of you,
Yeah,
none of
passive
you
insight.
passively, I think, would just get a sense
No.
that Lucifer was doing anything untoward here. He almost just like slyly puts his foot out and has Bray trip head first into the statue. As
This
his
is
rock
right as a
hits.
rock pings off the top of his head.
And it comes down. That's like
Wow.
a 25 total to hit.
Jesus.
oh my god, yeah,
He's
25
getting
hits.
ready to take this blow, like he's got the thing, and then just Bray just face first trips.
11 points of damage as it just socks
Alright.
you.
As this happens, Bray like roars and he goes like, "All right, that's fucking it," and he pulls his axe out and he fucking slashes at the statue as hard as he can
We're
with
gonna
his
take
axe.
it
No.
It rings and reverberates.
All right, that's a 21 to hit.
Hits, yeah, roll damage.
Cool. I do 14 points of damage. Slashing
14
damage.
points of damage. Yeah, it kind of takes a chunk out of the brass. You can see the dent in it, and it squarely fixates upon you, which I will take as the battle map. As it rotates away ever so slightly from where you would like to go.
Oh no.
As Bray's doing this, like Osiris just like off in the corner, like very quietly holds up the sword up to his mouth, like holding it like a microphone, like before, and goes, "See, look how much worse it could have been. Aren't you glad I picked you up?"
You're met by silence, and then a quiet, "I don't think any of you deserve me."
We just
Yes.
haven't got to know each other well enough yet.
I'd say I'd
Ooh.
reserve judgment, but it's hard to when I'm faced with a liar.
Getting
A
a bit
self-righteous
flirtatious.
sword.
I mean,
Damn.
I got paladin sword, man. You think
Yeah.
it's gonna be anything but self-righteous?
punches. Right, over here. And then punch it again.
Does the statue counterattack me again?
Yeah, if you're gonna keep trying to hit it, yeah, every time you smack it, it rotates towards the face, towards the direction that it's, yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry, Bray's gonna be very unhelpful right now. He's gonna keep rotating it clockwise.
All right, okay, yeah. So
Okay, so after this point, could someone step in and maybe?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if Bray's making another attack, I'll say that it does rotate in that direction, and that's a 19 to hit. So it goes back around that way, but you guys can intervene at any point. Hits, yeah.
Lucifer just takes a step back. Very
You
happy
better
with
use
his
some of your
work.
hit dice here. I'm
That's
not healing you.
8 points of damage.
Cool. 8 points of damage. All right, does that open up a hallway behind me?
Oh, yeah, it opens up the one going west.
Okay.
Do you finally stop hitting it then?
Is everyone shouting at me to stop?
Yeah.
I'll,
Oh.
I'll try and tackle you.
Okay, make a grapples check.
Good luck.
Can try contest it, Bray. If you would resist.
Sure. What do I roll? Is that just a
Athletics or
strength?
acrobatics?
So that's a 13.
Plus 4 to it.
Mercy throws
Oh, wait,
himself
you're
at Bray, but with a 4, Bray definitely almost kind of like throws Mercy off of him.
Bray like judo grabs Mercy and like tosses and then hits the statue again. But this time he's slightly north facing.
Lucifer,
Do we get
you,
a glimpse
is-
of anything down the hallway before the gate shuts
seems
again?
stairs leading downwards. But to you, Lucifer, this is everything you hate about the undead. Brainless, unruly, violent, out
Anyway.
of control.
Rolled
Never been like
23 to
this.
hit the statue.
Okay.
Never
You
be
get
like
your
this in
counterattack.
Fae.
It natural ones, however, and you duck out the way as you continue to slap at its shins.
Nice. Okay, cool. Do you need me to roll damage, or are we just gonna keep doing this until it turns back around?
You're just gonna keep hitting this thing.
Yep.
Yeah, good, Bray. You finally dodged a hit from the training dummy. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks, Ozzy.
And the next one's a 23 to hit, and that's gonna be 7 points of damage.
Okay. Took that, and then I'm gonna hit it again, and that is 25.
Yeah, brilliant. Damage comes in.
When it was facing north, did we see anything up the north hallway?
Yeah, you did actually. It seemed like a symmetrical sort of exit way to the way that you went previously.
Cool. Would anyone would have stopped and been like, "Let's go down there," or are we just trying to get
There's
east?
too much chaos going on at the moment.
Cool. All right, and I'll give it the final hit to turn back around east. That is a. Oh, it's a 13. Does that hit?
No, but also the fact you're attacking it still triggers it. It doesn't really matter if you damage it or not. It's the attack that counts.
Cool.
And you take a further 8 points of damage.
Cool. All right. Ray's looking like pretty bruised and bloodied after taking several whacks from the statue, and he's like panting and he's out of
Sparring.
breath. And he's
Sparring.
holding his axe and being like,
Ray,
He hasn't rotated it a full 270 degrees to
Ray,
get into the
you're-
right direction.
your shoulder's dislocated and your collarbone is broken.
What was it? Oh fuck! And he'll kind of slump over a little bit.
Was that good for you? Was
Yeah,
that worth it?
It was pretty fun, yeah.
You know, if you stopped and used your brain, you could have turned it the other way, which would have been much shorter.
What?
Don't be silly. They don't have brains.
What do you mean they?
Whatever you've
We
become.
do.
I don't know what you're fucking on, Lucy, but you better shut up before I fucking punch you.
Mindless.
All right,
Murdy's just already walking down the passageway.
let's go.
Ray, next time,
Back to the start.
just take a moment, count to 5, and then think about what you're gonna do.
Look, I've
Okay.
done enough counting in that room down there, and I'm done for the day, okay?
You didn't do any counting.
I did plenty of counting in my head. And I needed a
Please,
piece of paper for that.
Just count to 5 and then do something. Just
What is
take
this
a
maths
breath.
class? No. And he's gonna storm down the hall. Sorry.
You follow Bray down the hallway. Through kind of rows of small alcoves in which there are vases, all manner of things. Knickknacks, family heirlooms, which are behind kind of fairly loose cages, sort of bars with keys that prevent you from immediately snatching everything down there. I mean, if you want to spend some time looting here,
I was thinking. How much time do you think one would spend in this endeavor?
you wanted to do the whole room in like a half an hour to an hour, something like that.
Yeah, well, you know what happens when we do those kind of things. So, Arim probably wary of his surrounding, like looking into the cells as he's going past. Is he seeing anything that seems to be of determinable value?
I mean, there's certainly gold in some of the boxes in there. They seem sort of like little repositories, the odd gem, pieces of jewelry as well. You have a pretty keen eye for magical items. It doesn't seem like any of these are that, but they're certainly sort of just material wealth.
Arim probably stops, looks, puts his hand to his thieves' tools for a moment, and then thinks and sort of mumbles under his breath. You're never going to spend it if you don't live here. And then just carries on walking.
Damn, the restraint.
Wisdom.
So it comes when
Such
you play a
wisdom.
monk.
Such wisdom. Wow. And you return to the central chamber, which you first entered with your many statues. Do you all give me Constitution saving throws, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Feels like I should have loot the shit out of that place.
You don't need to do it, however, Lucifer.
18.
See what we got.
18.
Oh dear. 8.
An 8.
You're missing a 1 from that.
Wait, do I not get
Bonus.
paladin
Oh,
powers?
yeah.
Plus
Aussie
5,
bonus.
isn't it?
Pally powers.
So 13 total?
Yeah.
Oh, that gives someone like 20 something.
Yeah. 23 from me and Maudie.
Okay.
21.
Mercy? 21. Osiris? Oh wait, you've rolled, haven't you? It's in there.
13.
Where? 13. Okay, the 2 13s. The pressure of this place, the light, the reverberation, that constant hum that you hear, sort of it almost feels like it's resonating the bones in your body. Like you kind of jitter and vibrate ever so slightly, in a really uncomfortable way. Your throat closes, and I will say that both of you, how long has it been? Yeah, you've made 3. Yeah, 3 saves. Yeah, so both of you, you feel different. You feel changed somewhat. You feel as though that sort of light is no longer external to you. It is part of you, in fact. You feel part of it. And you hear a voice, actually, that sounds as if it's spoken in Lucifer's voice. Or perhaps Arim's, or maybe Osiris's. Maybe all at once. You sort of hear each other's voices. And it says one word to you. You hear reunion in the back of your head. And let me send you a thing.
I have my suspicions already.
Actually, yeah, could you also roll me percentage dice, please? Both of yous.
I don't want to meta this, but if either of their destinies have changed dramatically because of whatever's happened to them, would I be able to make the insight roll?
I mean, yeah, you can do your percentage dice for it if you like.
I landed on a 99.
A 99!
Oh,
Yo,
That's good, right?
that's
Mom.
gotta be good, right?
Okay, we'll deal with Osiris's first. 82.
Just by the way, I was completely unaffected by the light before this point because I rolled natural 20s.
Yeah.
Take that into consideration, DM.
Yeah. So the second sentence, the second chunk is the part that's relating to this 82 of yours. The first bit is of the light, but there you go. That's for you. For you, Luke.
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. So, you feel united. You feel one with this light. However, you do immediately feel your head begin to split. Everything inside of you feels like it's jolted, and you immediately fall unconscious.
I see.
I will send you this. So that's your effect for when you become conscious. But you all standing in the foyer, preparing to enter, kind of with your 2 prisms, kind of to the lower sections. You note as Arim just sways, staggers a little bit, and drops.
Is this these
And
pulses? Is this all with a noise or something? Like, is there
This
a sound
whole
or a
place is
flash or?
ambiently humming, and it seems to like rise in kind of tenure with time. So the longer you spend here, you just kind of get overcome every once in a while. But Lucifer, Osiris, Arim, you guys feel like this intrinsic need to protect each other. Y'all a tribe. If you were friends before, but you all also intrinsically despise Bray.
I hear man, I kind of run over. Is everything okay? And I'm like tapping his face, looking trying to kind of get. He's got a pulse.
And Arim sort of looks a bit dazed, and as he sort of comes back up, he sort of holds Lucifer closer and goes, "I'm fine, brother. We're
Okay, and I'll
together."
just embrace him a little bit. And I'll stand up, give Bray the evils.
And we'll say for you, Arim, this is you on like 1 HP.
Oh,
You're like
okay,
proper
cool.
fall unconscious there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that unconscious thing. So in that case, your boy is
take 2 healing potions.
Oh yeah.
He's giving him 2 healing potions. Yeah, I mean, like Arim gets back up and he's like streaming blood and also this like white gold liquid from his eyes and nostrils, and mouth. His kind of cheeks are sunken in.
Take this, it'll help. And yeah, 2 healing potions.
Does that do anything to my HP, DM?
Yeah. They function as your typical healing potion.
Do the rest of us, by rest of us, especially just me and Mercy, right? Do we feel anything when this hum happens? Is it like a searing pain or like a?
Yeah, you feel that same thing that you've been feeling kind of periodically, where it feels extremely intense for a little while. Like damage, no, but yeah, the intensity of it all. Yeah.
Could I? Okay, so we've been here. How long have we been in this hole for now?
A few hours.
Few
Few
hours, yeah.
Does it feel like these things are happening at a constant rate, or are they happening? Is it speeding up, or is it random? Like, could I discern? What would I have to do to try and discern a kind of rhythm to these particular like spikes?
So the key in mind feat is like tied to telling the time in this game, right? And knowing roughly the time. So
I don't know
that's an
I
intelligence
think this
thing.
is intelligence.
So I'll say, yeah, this is probably
It's a
just a
flat
general
intelligence roll?
flat intelligence roll.
It's like noticing patterns and things.
Yeah.
And
18.
18. It's not clockwork, right? It doesn't feel to you like this is some kind of mechanical, this will always happen, but it does seem broadly sort of similar timing. Like an organic kind of ebb and flow.
Like a strange heartbeat to this place.
Yeah.
But I've had to go for a slightly different flavour to send to Lizzie because I'm
Very descriptive, yes. A heartbeat.
I'm sure he will eat it.
Thanks, Shadow DM. I like
He'll
that.
be like, oh, I change.
So, you are gathered in front of the doors, which you are certain will take you downwards. I think you were told as much, in fact, by your friend behind the doorway. You have some sense of what you might expect to find down there. You think probably this is the arbiter, Priam Harkness, who led the group down here to lock themselves in and erected the barrier using the power of some kind of like vessel that he had taken with him. The journal entries that you have indicated that he's probably unlikely to be in a humanoid state or alive even. It was quite the anomaly that you found anyone at all alive down here. That was surprising.
Yep.
But yeah, you have some idea of what you're walking into, but yeah, not necessarily exactly what. You think probably this vessel is what is keeping the barrier up, however, and you know that it is your sole mission to destroy that. So, how would you like to proceed? Are you marching straight down there? Are you... What's the plan, gang?
Expendables first.
Osrus has just backed himself into a corner since the last pulse of light.
What do you mean, Lucifer? Expendables. Who's expendable in this group?
Someone who's already dead. Someone who has no face, as you said before.
I feel fate is not so simple in these islands. I would not be so quick to condemn our friend.
Damn, merely going first. We're all following.
Lucifer
Kind of shrugs.
It's
I mean, Lucy's got a point. I'm dead. I can't die again. You can't kill me. Let's go. And he's gonna start walking down the hall.
You cannot kill that which has no life.
Kind of turns to. Didn't the other guy explicitly said that they could die again?
The fear of death is that which defines a mortal. I fear what Bray will become without that.
Well, and Muddy brings a little diamond out of his purse and kind of like flicks it in his fingers and goes, If he dies again, perhaps his fate can be changed. We can wrest control back from the Red Emperor.
I'm actually more. What disturbs me more is Lucifer. His short temper and lack of patience is unbecoming. Usually, he is very protective of everyone, especially after Tomash. For him to treat Bray differently now is very uncharacteristic.
But he kind of shrugs and he goes, he is undead. Paladins really don't like the undead.
Lucifer is
Excuse me.
all.
Jamie's not playing a paladin.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He
You're
kind of
fighting,
looks
right?
like one, though.
I know, you look too much like a paladin, man. Like, you confused me.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you just look really cool and, like, you know.
That's right.
Paladins
Yeah,
are cool.
paladins are pretty cool.
I'm
Blue
from
lives
Zenith.
matter, right?
I'm from Zenith, the city of holy faith.
I mean, that you've just misled me so many times. So. In that case, no, I don't say that because I would know he's not a paladin,
Okay.
and I wouldn't say those things. To retcon that,
What do you
Might
say?
have
I'm
shrugged.
so confused.
no, he would have said something along the line. Okay, so retconning what he said about paladins, he would have just shrugged and not had a decent response to
Okay.
that. He doesn't.
Rahim, are you okay to proceed?
You've probably noticed, Lucifer, that Arim's just looking at you, just sort of like almost peering into your soul. He walks slowly towards you, and he's wounded. He's still visibly like hurt by his experience. And he goes, I have been a man of shadow my whole life. But you, there is so much darkness. Why not step to the light, brother? And he sort of holds you on the shoulder.
This man perhaps looks at the eyes, looks at it running down, looks at the light streaming out, looks over at Osiris. We still have that like familial feeling, right?
Yes.
It's okay. I'll kind of clasp Arim's face and be like, "We're going to get through this together."
Sorry, just who are you?
Arim just doesn't even respond to that. He's in his nucleus, in the inner circle. And he turns to Bray and goes, This one, you torture. And looks back to Lucifer. Why?
Right,
Why
you
this
hate him
one?
as well, right?
Hmm?
Not torturing him. You can't torture it.
Are you saying this out loud?
Imagine they are
Yeah.
shamelessly saying it out loud.
And
Osiris-
Arim goes, whatever do you? And he looks to Bray. And he sort of tails off as he looks to Bray and goes, steps ever so slightly away from Lucifer and goes, Yes, I see it now. And there is
Oi,
a look of disdain on Arim's face.
hold
towards
on
Bray.
a fucking second there. Right, you two. I'm gonna have to call you out on this. I've only learned about this recently in the pub, so maybe you haven't heard of it yet. But these newfangled things called pronouns, and you keep referring to me as it and they, and that's name of pronouns, all right? You gotta use he and him for me. Otherwise, I'll fucking smack you. Get it right.
Namey pronouns. I love it.
And does it live or does it not? How
I've
does
just
it
told
speak?
you, Arim. What the fuck?
And Arim takes one step forward and raises a fist with a finger. You have no right. no right to speak.
What you mean I have no right to speak? I'm part of the fucking community.
And a ring
Also-
again. Yeah.
Modi, just you.
Hmm?
I think I heard right. Oh, Ozrus, did you say who are you?
No. And Ozrus looks at Mercy with complete confusion, with
What's-
no
what-
recognition of who he is.
Ozrus, what's my name?
I am Rumpelstiltskin.
Mm-hmm. You're correct.
Well, obviously.
And how did we get here?
We came down this morning from where we were yesterday.
Not technically incorrect at all.
Which
Mhm.
is where? Where are we staying?
Our home.
Great, that's probably really satisfying. It is your home now.
It is, yeah.
Clearly,
And,
this place is doing something to Ozrus's mind. We need
and-
to finish our objective and get out.
and Ozrus, do you remember the
Buddy
big,
nods at this.
do you remember the big talking dragon that we bartered with on the way in?
Yeah, obviously.
Right, turns to Modi and goes, I think Ozrus is very sick.
This
Ozrus,
place is wrong.
You hear in the back of your mind a voice that you have absolutely no idea where it comes from. As it says, Ozrus, are you all right? Really?
Jesus Christ, who is that? Why are they talking to me? Who's in my mind?
Nobody
No
literally
further comment.
does raise an eyebrow. He's like,
Oh. Ozrus, what is wrong? Who is talking to you?
Who is
Starts, like,
talking to you?
Putting his arms out to see if there's like someone near him invisible.
Which god do you follow, Ozrus?
Just looking around trying to find the voice. Who are you? Why do you want to know?
I am your companion.
Well, shouldn't you know, my god?
I'm asking you. Whom has your faith?
Do I remember any other gods in this universe?
Yeah, you remember all of their names. Yeah, like you got Helm. Jamie, name me some good ones. Yeah, we got Bahamut, we got
Tiamat,
we got
Bahamut, Raven Queen,
Raven Queen.
Baal. There's a list somewhere.
somewhere.
I
Most of the D&D gods.
obviously
Geb.
worship Tiamat.
Gab, don't you worship Gab?
You just say you worship Tiamat?
I don't know.
You say that
Yeah,
out
I mean-
loud, and we're like, ah.
Yeah, he says that out loud.
That explains so much. Thank you for finally being honest.
Ozrus, who are you talking to?
I don't know. They're in my head.
Would we realize it's a sword?
I mean, you could probably
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, you could probably put two and two together.
Clearly, it's the sword. Ozrus's mind is. Dear Ozrus's mind is having issues. We need to get out of here quickly.
Okay.
As
Well,
any of you can cure him, I don't think I can. It's beyond me.
I want to re-emphasize that we need to be united to face any threats that we might have to battle or overcome. We can't have any division within this group. And he looks between the various splintered parts
Why is there a division?
There's not. We're all one. We're a cohesive whole.
He turns to Aim and Lucifer and says, "Why is there a division?"
I don't think there are. Between those who matter.
And who doesn't matter?
Just looks at Bray.
And as he looks at Bray, Arim comes really close to you, and he's like really fucking close, like eye to eye, puts a hand on your shoulder, and he's kind of like talking into your face, and he goes, "There is trouble with this one, the one he speaks of. This one, the darkness burns bright with him. Stay in the light of the shadow." He steps away.
What kind of darkness?
And as it turns back, unworthiness to be.
Can I overhear any of this?
Yeah, there's not. We don't like.
I think you've probably had most of Lucifer's like flagrant in your face. I think probably like Arim now you don't hear, but like all the rest, yeah, totally.
Okay. If I don't
You
overhear
can say
anything, then
Arim's talking like quite enthusiastically in a very low tone, but he may occasionally look back at you, so you probably know it's about you, but you know what's being said.
okay, that's fine. I don't know what's being said. That's cool.
I don't understand. What's wrong with him?
Don't you hate him too?
Nope.
No.
You do, but you don't.
Okay.
But I don't know. But I don't remember anything. And also, that wasn't in my paragraph, so.
Yeah, I think probably you probably don't remember why you would, so maybe you just don't.
Unless someone has explicitly said that.
No, I think you feel like an intrinsic like mistrust of Bray, but you don't remember why. Like it's not like the others where you can point to exactly what it is. I think there's
Unless
just
someone
something
has explicitly said that Bray is undead.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is wary.
Come on. We are wasting time
He's
to
right.
get out of here.
We will talk about this one later.
So, you progress, you insert the two prisms into the central door, and it rolls backwards. It takes you into a further chamber again. Shelves, items piled high. This certainly feels more like a kind of containment vault, a higher security sort of section. More safes yet, and again, Arim, you think, oh, give me some time with this later. But there is obviously a lot of wealth contained here, and there seems to be larger safes for things that could not fit in what you've seen so far. In the center, there is a set of stairs heading downwards, and you can all see quite clearly that the motes of light race and kind of gather about the stairs, and all seem to be heading downwards as though trying to reconnect themselves with whatever is down there. And I think for you three light infected, you just feel this compulsion to go down the stairs. You just really want to be there.
This must be the way. Surely.
We go. And
Sure
Lucifer will
hope it
draw
is.
his sword and start marching down.
Arim will take a swig of one healing potion.
Oh yeah. If we all got healing potions.
We've got a few of them, right? Because we don't have a healer.
I might use mine.
You have
as
a
well.
cleric
We do.
Oh, true. True.
and a
Cleric.
paladin
I'm just saving
who I'm
spell
sure has
'cause we've
prepared
got-
those healing spells,
We've got.
as sires want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How many?
I'm gonna swig.
What do you
How-
mean? I always prepare healing spells.
How many different types of smites are there?
Right,
Have
most
to
of
prepare,
it.
lay on
No,
hands.
no, that's not fair. I don't have to prepare smite, so I don't have to choose it. I just have it.
Oh, nice.
Lay on hands is the same.
I don't have.
How many healing potions do we have each? Was it 5?
Or-
Two.
Damn.
Oh, I have.
I only
4.
got 6 hit points
Felt like
back
that's
from
an
that. That's
error.
nothing. I guess I'll use both.
In that case, you'd probably, Ozras, you'd probably have Orim come to you and says, "Brother, my darkness is beginning to fade. Do you have your talent of life-giving?"
Your what? Your darkness?
"Yes, it is beginning to go out like a flame."
Are you saying you want some help?
"Yes, I'm diminished. The realization, the epiphan. Epiphany, he's trying to say the word epiphany, but his common's not his first language, so he's just really not getting that one out. The moment the light has shown me the way, but the way is hard. It takes so much. Don't you feel it?
Does Arim look like still? Is he kind of wounded and stuff?
Let me take
Does he
a look at the
visibly
numbers.
look it?
Yes. The man is diminished. But you can. But never give it all. Too
Luke,
important.
we're losing.
The dark
I
light
think
you
Discord's
have.
going
Okay?
down a little bit.
Is it Discord? I think that might just be Luke. We got maybe half of that.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, what did I even say? He said something along the lines of, "Your gift can replenish me, but do not use all of it. It is too important to spend like gold. Keep some always."
If you need it, and Ozrus just takes his hand, it starts glowing like bright yellow, and he just slaps it on Arim's forehead and gives him 5
Mhm.
HPs.
Peace.
5 HP source. Perfect. And Arim says,
5 Harry Potters.
yeah. 5 laser inkjet printers. You truly are the darkness in it. And you, Firmin. And you practice that in
Luke, we're losing
conversation.
you. No.
Idioms around.
Idioms abound.
Idioms, man.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're on Virgin Internet as well.
Yeah,
Shall
you can give me
we-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, you will have noticed that the
Never mind.
Should we
Never
take?
mind.
Should we take a
You
break?
would have noticed that.
idioms
Uh,
around
I think
the
let's.
Yeah.
I
What a
think maybe
pose.
maybe Luke, if you message Ozarus how much healing you want to go for. I want to do a thing before we get to break, but like I do pretty much want to do it now. Yeah, message Sai. The healing you wish for. Okay, you guys proceed. You head down staircase, and you come out. And this is probably not going to fit on the overlay dimensions. My apologies. But you come out into a vast chamber.
Oh, yo.
I don't paint this. Don't get excited. You are immediately struck by the size of this place. In fact, the edges of this room expand outwards into an endless expanse of what you can only assume is just black liminal space. Much like the rest of this vault, this place just seems to exist beyond the boundaries of just how space works. Like, this just should not be here. This room is filled with the gentle hum of just chorus, a bit louder here, and it's lit by that same sourceless, locationless brightness. As your eyes adjust to this, you realize this place isn't just a functional space of platforms. but it's kind of a work of art. You have twisting gold filigree lining the floors, the platforms, catching the light that kind of echoes throughout the room and casting it kind of outwards over the top of each bit of filigree and these kind of glowing runes that float ever so slightly above the ground. You don't think you've seen anything like this in the world. The gold work on display here, it's like it's been made by something ancient, techniques long lost to time. And the runes, the symbols, any patterns etched into the metal pulse with that same kind of light energy, kind of with a life of its own. You see orbs of light dancing around the room. It all pulses with energy in kind of a rhythmic thrum. And at the back of the room, light concentrates into a disc, from which it is then further siphoned into the flooring by the goldwork. You have no idea what the purpose of this room is, what is powering it, where this all comes from. But you see very clearly at the end of it, and it does not seem to have recognized you, a twisted and large shape, an approximation of a man, maybe. Twisted extra limbs bursting out of the back, tendons bared, interwoven with strings of light. It's like a tapestry of glowing stuff, ligament, flesh, and it stands kind of tall. Brilliant white shapes spill forth out behind it, the brightness and colour of starlight. From here, you can't make out the details, the features, only that it is golden and bright, and where there should be a face, there is only this brilliant mask-like, just void of light. And anything that was once hair on the body is more just a dripping waterfall of glowing liquid. And it floats, sits in front of a suspended glass-like object on a golden chain, around which you can see swirls of light sort of just circling kind of up and down into the floor.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't seem to have spotted you, but you're very sure that that thing that it sat in front of is probably said vessel that you're here for. Osiris, I'm, and Lucifer. This thing, to you, is friend-shaped. The gang have made their way into the central room of the 6th vault, in which they seem to be in some kind of magic engine, maybe, for light. They're not really sure what this room is or does, but what they do know is there is some hulking, light-based monster, which presumably once was the Arbiter Priam Harkness, standing, or floating rather, in front of what they could probably assume to be the vessel they are after. Yes, Lucifer.
No, it's fine. I was just going
No.
to begin role playing.
No, go for it. Yeah, over to you guys. Like, the room is big. Ask me stuff. I've maybe fixed it so it works better on the overlay, so let me know. But
I have a quick question before we jump into the roleplay. You said that Osiris, Arheen, and Lucifer got friend-shaped vibes from the creature. What kind of vibes did I get from the creature?
You get particular vibes. I think for you, it's just like, it's a monster. I think, you don't have any particular feelings towards it. But I think the other guys, that feels like something you want a reunion with, reunite. I'm actually also aware that Mercy, you had a chat that you wanted to have, didn't you?
I did want to do a little kind of flashback to Mercy
Reality.
and Mercy and Modi coming down the stairs.
Alright, so we will say, before you enter this chamber though, a flashback to a conversation that happened 5 minutes ago on the stairs. Maybe, did the others, do you wanna deafen yourselves for dramatic tension?
Well, then
I
I'd be
can't
taking
put
it.
it.
Yeah, Do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I would have tried to. In fact, I would have definitely made this as secret as possible.
All right, other players, deafen yourselves if your names aren't Mercy and Woody.
All right.
Can't deafen myself a stream, but that's fine.
Jamie, you can just take your headset off.
Got him. All right, off you go. You're walking downstairs.
Okay, so Mercy starts the conversation straight in as he kind of pulls him back. That is so that they're out of earshot, and immediately says, "I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to you and only you, Body, because I think you are the one who appreciates the big picture of all of this.
Mm.
By now, we've realized that we have been employed by a people who are not benevolent, and by a species which are not of that we belong to.
Of course.
These dead are a mockery of the living. Their fates have passed, they have no more destinies, or they should not, and they should be joining their brethren in the afterlife, as is the fate of all mortals. But in defiance of that, this island of evil and mist, ruled by their overlord, laughs in the face of the will of the gods. The great weave, which I am sworn to protect. We have been asked to disrupt the artifact that is causing that so that they may gain access to this vault. What if our purpose in coming here, what if our destiny was to do nothing?
Is it bold to imagine that perhaps this artifact is a weapon that could be used against them? I mean, we cannot risk it falling into their control, but maybe it could be their undoing. Perhaps there is an ally to be made here.
I'm not that naive to think that we, even with the power of a mighty weapon, could defeat every powerful creature on this island, particularly that, well, that druid who called themselves the Wave Caller, who killed thousands at the fall of Sacramar.
Mm.
It was their time, but this is not someone who holds mortal life in high regard. Neither does the general, and I fear that we were never leaving. Our friend Bray never leaving. And the magic which now lies upon you and the rest of the group, that light may prevent you from leaving. What I'm trying to say to you, Modi, is sometimes a destiny is to just die.
I understand. But I will not give up on an immediate idea that perhaps this thing can be used to stop all this. But you have my word, if that cannot happen, it cannot leave this vault.
Do you promise me?
I promise you. I would rather die.
Thank you. That means everything to me. The undoing of this island, I now see, must be the reason that I was directed here. And that, like all things, the Dread Isle's time has come. Whether by the sword or the slow decay of time, even these monsters will die.
They meant the.
And he nods, and they nod, sorry, and kind of walks down the rest of the stairs inside.
Okay. Hale has visited. I've made him visit. Let's wave at the gang. Wave at the gang! Wave at the gang!
I'm back.
I think it's just Luke. We need to spam message him. Okay, so you are in this vast chamber, black liminal space stretching off into the distance either side, no beginning, no end, just you and some platforms, some gold shit, some magic. And a big hulking creature that does not seem to have spotted you as of yet. You see the vessel that you're after, that you think is powering the barrier that you've been tasked with taking down. No direction. How are you going to proceed?
It's beautiful. Lucifer will just start walking towards it, vaguely hypnotized.
Okay.
What? Lucy, it's a monster. What are you talking about?
Silence, how can something so beautiful be cursed?
Does this look beautiful to the rest of us, Clued?
I mean, it's beautiful insofar as all the lights are very pretty. It's very bright and very nice. You think maybe the way it has multiple limbs sprouting from its back with like ligament and tendon bared and interweaved with like strings of light is a bit body horror. But some people are into that, so maybe if you know, Lucifer said weirder shit, maybe.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Resident furry.
Oh, that's not where I was going, but. So, Lucifer, you're just marching forward.
Probably like eyes transfixed, like yeah, not marching but walking
Okay.
forward.
As you walk further into the room, nothing seems to respond to you. Yeah, you just proceed through.
Bray's gonna be hot on Lucifer's heels, following him.
Can you delete the other Lucifer?
There's two of yous. Oh yeah.
A DM, do those of us afflicted by.
Ah!
You can hear me okay?
Yeah, sorry, I just drew a nice square on.
Those of us afflicted with the brightness.
Mhm.
Right, Lord.
You serve the bright lord now.
Do all of us like completely vibe this thing that are afflicted?
Yeah, you all completely vibe with this. This in fact that voice in the back of your head saying reunion that you hear in your friends' voices as well. Yeah, it's intensifying.
In that case, Oz, is it Orzas or Oraz? Say again.
Neither.
Ozras. There you go.
Ozras.
Ozras. I got it. I
Oh,
got it. Got
Ozzy
it.
Osbourne of your
You're having an
nasty.
Asgore moment there.
Dear
Ozras.
dearie mate. You feel Arim come up behind you, hand on his shoulder, and goes, "We're going the right way. Can you feel it?"
Ozrus looks round at Arim touching him and says, I can definitely feel something.
And he comes in close to you again and looks at you with an earnest look. Things are looking up.
And for you, Light Gang, you don't. Well, everyone except Ozarus actually remembers that your mission is still to. You know that you're here for this vessel, that you're still here to bring the barrier down. It's just you feel it's like it does. Your brain doesn't really connect the fact that your mission was given to you by a vampire and the enemy. Like it's a more primal sort of thing than that. Intellectually, you're like, yes, we are here to destroy / do something with this vessel. But emotionally, when you see it in front of you, like you're still logically like, yeah, I want to do the thing. you just feel like nicely predisposed to it. Like it won't stop you from doing what you're here to do. You just have certain feelings towards it.
Cool. In that case, Arim goes to Ozras. You don't feel it? You don't think we're gonna get out of here? You don't think we're gonna succeed, huh? Come on.
Ozros looks at Arim with like he is so lost now. Like he doesn't remember why we're here. I mean, he feels some kind of, I guess, he's drawn, I guess, to a point to this figure and to this light, but he's just kind of smiling and nodding at Arim like, yep,
He goes,
definitely.
He goes to Ozras. You know, but you don't know. And he turns to Lucifer and goes, Lucifer, he can't feel it. He doesn't know how well we're doing. Do you know? And he casts minor illusion in a 5-foot space around Lucifer's head, literally just a cloud of blackness, so Lucifer couldn't see out unless.
What's going on? Why have you done this?
He dismisses it, and you can see it's like still keeping low profile, but his composure is, his posture is, he's excited. It's like, I feel like we're gonna succeed.
I feel it too.
Yes. There is a bright shadow in our future. And to kind of reiterate what cut out previously, as a way of Shadow Monk and being afflicted by the brightness, you can see there's a real cascading of idioms between light and dark with Arim. He's referring to darkness as evil, as beauty, and vice versa with the light. It's not necessarily consistent.
I think Ozros has been affected, and we need to get out of here. If he cannot see this and feel this, then there's something wrong with his mind.
But what's the hurry? We're a good place. Look, there's light all around us. We're shrouded in it. Come on, live a little. Our friend, and he sort of points to the being in the distance. I can't wait to meet him. But maybe we should play a little joke, huh? A game.
It's the game.
You don't remember? You don't remember the game when we met? You didn't even know I was there.
Ah. Going to hide.
You such small words for this. It's in art. It's in culture.
Of course. Show me.
Well, what do you think? You think we can? And he sort of, almost his eyes are kind of, does a kind of glaring vision, sort of a bit stunned by the sheer brightness of this being in the distance. You think I can do it, huh?
I kind of clasp him on the back. My brother in the light. I think you can do anything.
What's wrong with Ozaras?
I don't know.
He's lost his way in the lightness. He's like a child in the sun. He can't see.
Osiris, your sword says to you, "It's dangerous. This isn't right. Don't be fooled, Osiris."
Okay, funny voice. What's not right?
I wouldn't even want a follower of Tiamat to meet the fate that would befall any who interacts with that. Be very careful.
Well, what is it exactly?
Danger. I can't say for sure. Something that must be smote, defeated. We must purge it from this world, Osiris. You and I, together.
But it looks so nice. I mean, why would it be a evil?
It has a grip on its mind, on your mind, Osiris. You must push through it. You are more than this.
How do I not know that you're not the evil one? I don't even know who you are.
If you can't believe in me or it, believe in yourself, Osiris. And to you, that's completely meaningless drivel because there's not really much of yourself left to believe.
Yeah.
But warning aside, it still doesn't seem to have noticed that you're here. It seems entirely transfixed on this thing that it is sat in front of. I think, like, as a party, you know that this thing is what's putting the barrier up, but how you get rid of it, I think, is maybe up for you guys to strategize and plan. So, gang, what are you gonna try and do?
I suppose one geographical tactical question is in this room of glaring lights and structure, what is there in the way of shadow, dim light, and heavily obscured, whatever it's called? Not magic.
Yeah, so this whole place is sourceless, formless light. And I think maybe as a fun thing for you, well, we'll say, as a fun thing for you, your nature as a shadow monk, let's just flip it. There's no shadow here, but you don't need that anymore. You're more than that. The bright light, yeah, you can use that. And a lot of this room is bright light.
Yeah, boy. All right, that's interesting. That is interesting. That is interesting.
That's pretty epic.
Could you describe the what is it again? The artifact?
Vessel. This
The vessel?
is what to you looks like a simple glass vase suspended on a single gold chain. And actually, as your eyes follow the gold chain up, it's not like attached to anything. There's no ceiling here. It just sort of seems to go up and up and up.
And is the creature like? Do they appear to be concentrating on a magic which is maintaining it, or like? I think Mercy's ultimate goal would be to see if there was a way to reinvigorate or make the barrier stronger.
Okay. I don't think you can't tell necessarily what it's doing. The creature. I think it seems to be looking at it. But whether or not it's magically concentrating, you're not certain. In terms of wanting to invigorate it or strengthen it, you have light flowing up and down through it, kind of passes through this vessel back down into the ground, and like all those motes of light you've been seeing tracing along the floor of this entire vault, you think probably stems from this. And in turn, so must the barrier. And how you increase the concentration of that, I'd say you probably wouldn't know off the top of your head. And maybe, like, with your wisdom, you think actually what this is maybe a little bit beyond your ability to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you don't even understand the nature of what this is. Like, it's clearly not divine magic. It, like, this is different. So I think the question is, party, are you trying to destroy it? Are you trying to move it?
It being the being.
The little vessel.
Ah, the vessel. Interesting. In that case, this is very interesting. The developments on particularly Anna Reem's case, as a way of light monk. He speaks of the group, sort of slightly choked. I think I can get it. But I'm just worried we won't get to stay a while and meet. And he sort of gestures to the creature.
What would you do with it once you got it, Irene?
Well, the plan. Always have a plan, he says, and you recognize that as, this is not the first, the fourth, the 15th time you've heard those words come out of. It's one of the mantras from Marine. Always have a plan. We have a plan, and his mind wanders and his face smiles for a second, and then his instincts kick in. Stick to the plan. Yes, but we have an opportunity here.
I'll say, like, party. If you came into this vault with the intention of doing what you were bade to do, which is destroy the thing, putting the barrier up and get your 10,000 gold at the end of it, you're probably on the side of, yeah, fuck it, let's just break the thing, or do something with it, right? Like gang, I think, you still have your rational, intellectual wits about you in terms of if that's what you wanted to do, you're still here for that. You might do a bit of sightseeing and revel in the splendor a little bit, but you're still here to do the thing that you're here to do. If you have some other agenda that you decide you don't want to do the thing, then that's a different matter.
You know me. I came here for a reason, and I think we should stick to that. No, we should stick to that. Something's just, this isn't easy. Eh?
Others? Lucifer? Marty? Brian?
Modi is
Go
quite quiet.
ahead. No, you go first.
No, I'm done. I'm just saying Modi is quite quiet. He doesn't
Oh,
even really
okay.
answer.
Bray's pretty impatient while the lads are plan and scheme. You all know that Bray's not really one for around and talking things out. He just wants to action, and he's kind of tapping his foot and he's kind of spinning his axe in his hand, quite kind of impatiently. And he's like, "All right, are we gonna go? We're gonna go, yeah?" And he's like looking at the entity down the hall with kind of a bit of a bloodthirsty look in his eyes.
Surely we just take it. We move it. That's all we need to do. What if we could use it, harness it? I could. And Lucifer's going to walk straight towards the thing, arm outstretched.
Okay.
I think Mercy would take off running.
If somebody wants to stop me, that's fine. He's not walking fast.
Okay, so Mercy, are you trying to physically intercede with Lucifer walking forward, arm outstretched?
I'm just trying to beat him there.
Trying to beat him there. Okay, alright, I'll say maybe let's roll initiative now, actually. Because this will force y'all to do things. And we can do this in a nice orderly turn.
Oh my god.
Let me just add you guys.
Going last is never a bad thing, as they say.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
11.
see my rolls today, because boy, it's not looking good.
Give me a second, Lucifer. Just gonna. Oh, 5. It's okay. I only roll poorly on rolls that matter. Beating Bray in a physical contest, god tier rolls.
So I've made one roll above 10, 2 rolls above 10. One was an 18 in insight, and one was a 99 on a D100.
I mean, that's a wish spell right there, so I'd take that.
Mm.
True.
I'm lucky my character's alive, let's be honest. On a D100.
Okay. Arian, what was your what? 8?
A paltry 8, yeah.
Woody was an 8.
Could be in the chat.
Also, Lucifer's a 5, and Bray.
I'm on 11. I can't seem to edit it though.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So I think let's start off. So Lucifer walking forward. You move yourself 30 feet. And we'll say we'll keep to the rules of this insofar as you're going down these here staircases. So you make your way down the staircase. Put your belt here, Mr. Lucifer.
Okay.
Top of the round, the creature does not seem to stir. Mercy, you are trying to tackle Lucifer or just beat him there?
Just trying to beat him there.
All right. What are you doing?
Let's see. How far will 90 feet get me? Or if I go this way.
There's like maybe 20 foot straight down to the platform beneath you.
If I step in the wind, can I jump, avoiding over the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to step in the wind. Bonus action dash. Take the dash action. That gets me 135 feet in a straight line.
Jesus. That guy's fast.
I literally can't compete with that. What the hell is this? I don't even action search.
That's kind of fast, huh, Monk?
That's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. Cool. Okay, next up, Osiris. Your gang have somewhat taken off.
Osiris is looking very lost. I mean, everyone else seems to know what they are here for and what they are doing, so he's gonna maybe lean against a banister on the stairs and just sort of watch everyone.
Okay. Okay, cool. Very cool, very cool. Right.
Am I getting the vibe that to take wording from chat, that Lucifer is like a flame?
You cut
Yes.
out.
Cut
What?
out there.
Sorry, say that again.
You cut out.
Oh, do I get the vibe that Lucifer is like a flame?
What the hell is...
You cut
I
out
think-
at the exact
right,
same
right.
place.
It's
Oh.
like a
it's
center.
moth to a flame,
That's a...
but that's creepy.
do
Definitely
I
moth to a flame. Yeah.
do I get the sense that Lucifer is like a moth to a flame?
It must be your mic that's cutting it out, but yeah. No, like you were fine there, but I like
Okay.
you leaning forward was fine. I think probably you get the sense that. Well, I don't know actually. Like, Lucifer, is this
Oh,
uncharacteristic behaviour for you?
A little bit, but I think that like reaching out. No, I can harness it. It's probably quite out of character.
Yeah.
So
Yes and no. He's been a dick to you though. That's definitely not him.
how should I decide how Bray would respond to this behavior? Should I do an insight check to be like try to figure out if he's genuinely in danger? At risk?
I think it's probably quite fair to see that like if you're not enamored by this creature, Lucifer seems quite. I think just base insight, Lucifer seems quite unfazed by the creature, has seen a source of power, and is like, I'm just gonna go grab it. I want that.
I rolled a 4, so almighty DM, how do you think Bray would interpret this
It's pretty
situation?
normal for Lucifer to see something powerful and want to have it.
Standard Lucifer behavior. Cool. I'm gonna hang back and I'm gonna go check on Ozris.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
it's ended my turn.
All right. Arim, Mr. DJ himself.
Sorry, just switching up them tunes right there. Let's get a look at that map. Why don't we? So, dear, am I right in thinking that where I once could shadow step, which was moving from dim light to dim light, 60 feet, I can move from just standard illumination to standard illumination, 60
Yeah,
feet?
man. Bright light to bright light. Let's go.
Fuck boy. So yeah. In that case, Areem,
Who's a fuckboy?
yeah, fuck boy central. Never wanting to be outdone is going to light step, I suppose you'd call it. 60 feet as a bonus action. So and he sort of appears in a sort of mist of glowing particles that disappear. And as an action, I'm going to take the dash action as well. My movement speed, of course, is diminished, so I can get about 70 feet currently with some diminished movement. So I can actually get up to pretty much where Mercy is. So let's do that.
Okay. The monks take off.
And in fact, he will grab Mercy by the shoulder and be like, "What's the hurry? What's the plan?"
Okay.
As you do that, like you see the neck kind of twist round, very sort of clay-like, and the face shifts from Atropos to the elven form, to the dwarven form, to the dragonborn, and they say in this kind of weird, resonant voice, "Do not interfere."
Okay. That's your response. Muddy.
Mm, I guess try and catch up with the pie. I mean, everyone seems to be channeling their inner Sonic and running straight to the prize. So,
Okay.
how much movement? Normal movement? How far can that take me? I can probably catch up to where Bray is. I guess that's probably about as far as I can go.
Yeah. You can probably.
I can't select my token for some reason.
You can dash. So you can go 60 feet. Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's nothing else to other than dash. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll move you and then check why. I might just replace you actually. Okay.
Do we still feel that hum of the
Yes.
light and the thing that's been hurting us for quite a while now?
Yeah, very much so.
Is it more intense?
It's louder here. Yeah.
Louder. Okay, cool. But we don't feel anything. I'm not
No.
feeling uncomfortable. Cool.
No.
Right.
No. Okay. Lucifer.
So no one's physically stopping him, right? Yeah, I'm not going to action surge, but just full dash. I do have 10 feet reduced movement, for some reason, and so I'm going to move 40 feet, towards this. So I'm going to end up here.
Okay.
I jump. Can I jump off these stairs? Is that allowed, or are you going to
Yeah,
make me? Okay.
you can jump.
Yeah, Lucifer's just going to dash towards, kind of eyes completely transfixed on this glowing vessel. And that's it.
Okay. As Lucifer approaches, Zareem approaches, the creature does not stir. However, Mercy's presence with that, it wheels round. And it doesn't say anything. But it raises one of its hands kind of sprouting out of its back. The hand like flicks towards you in kind of awkward jerking movements. And a ray of light appears in it, and it beams straight towards you, Mercy. So let me just make here a little attack. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. Will be that's gonna be 11 damage. That hits you square in the chest.
Okay.
And as it fires off this ray, rather than words that come out of it, this like sonorous bell-like noise kind of echoes out from where you imagine the face should be, but it's just a pit of brightness. See, to you, it doesn't move either.
I think, yeah, you see Mercy like almost knocked off the side by the impact of this ray, and they have to like probably like roll and jump up again to avoid being pushed off the edge. But does Mercy get the sense that this will like swing within range if they kind of take a path close to it?
Yeah, one hand is holding a long staff that seems to have
Yeah.
extended over time. It has these kind of growths up either end.
Okay. In that case, I will use another key point to do a bonus action. Oh wait, can I? Oh no, that's a monk thing. Oh no, I can. Step of the wind again to take the disengage action this time. So I'll disengage as I pass it to avoid the opportunity attack, and then my action will be to dash, and that gets me to the thing, and hopefully I would just like to run up and put both hands on it.
Okay, so you use your action bonus action movement. You put your hands directly on it. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Reach up and go, no, Mercy, it's mine.
My precious.
Constitution saving. 18.
18. Okay, success. You don't. It's warm. It's warm to the touch, hot even. But you're okay.
Does anything happen?
Not obviously.
God
You just
damn it.
have your hands on this warm thing.
Okay.
Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, buddy?
I am probably gonna stay where I am. Because, I mean, Lucifer's just touched it, right?
Lucifer's a ways off from it. Mercy's touched
Oh,
it.
Mercy's touched it. Sorry.
Yeah, Arim and Lucifer on the way.
Osiris is gonna stay back. He doesn't know what this is.
Alright, he's chilling. You feel that similar sort of like reunion in the back of your head. And okay, you stay in place. Bray.
I'm gonna use my action this turn to speak to Osiris. And he's gonna say, Ozzy, I don't know what I feel like Lucy and Remy are just acting real aggy with me today. Are you okay? Like, you seem the same, right? You've no changed, right? And
When Bray finally gets close to me
Mm-hmm.
and speaks to me, do I feel like a sense of what Bray is now? Do I get this feeling of like undead, something not right, something dark, something evil?
Yeah, he feels like a bad smell. Like you
Like a
just
bad smell, like
your nose wrinkles as Bray addresses you, and you just look at this. You don't necessarily know like, oh, undead, that's the problem. You just sort of think that this person shouldn't be sharing your space. That it's almost like stealing the air that you're breathing. That it's taking something from you to walk and be in your presence.
Jesus God! And he just like pushes Bray away and tries to put Moddy in between Bray and himself.
what's your fucking problem? And
out of interest, how often would Brave wash as a barbarian?
he's a pretty charismatic guy. He does actually wash quite often. He's
Oh,
not a
fair
stinky
enough.
boy.
Fighting, yeah.
Yeah, he's a handsome, nice smelling man.
It's one of us. Do you think we could ever make a stinky character? Actually, I'm gonna be stinky.
Maybe.
What do
Aki
you
was
mean?
No, Sai is the only one of us with guts to make a character stinky.
My character smell awful on many occasion.
Spray smells like
He
Link's body
did.
spray.
Suspicious.
Bray, are you moving with your turn?
Yeah, after like Osiris like is like, "Ew, get away," Bray's gonna be like, "Oh well, fuck you then," and he's gonna stomp down. He's gonna stomp down the staircase and follow after Lucifer. So I'd say I can probably get to the bottom of the staircase.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Arim.
Cool. So in that case, Arim is going to. That should. I think Arim's gonna. DM, do you think it's reasonable that instead of hiding in darkness, one might be able to hide in brightness?
Yeah, it's like overexposed, you're blending in. Somebody's turning up the values too high on the photo,
Drop the
and
opacity.
everything's just white.
Yeah, cool. In that case, I think Arim is going to take the hide action. And is there anything brighter than this being in the room?
Than this being, yeah, the disc behind it.
Cool. And so that's the disc at the end of the kind of roomish space, or the thing?
Yeah. So this sort of like blue guy on the back of the map, this is intensely bright, and light seems to kind of like pour from it into this chamber, and eventually seems to be sucked into this little vessel looking thing.
Okay, in that case, I think Arim's going to take the hide action, make a move as far as he can reasonably, and then use his light step, I suppose, to blend from his spot there now into this space here. So he's got the blinding ultra brightness of the universe behind him. I think that makes sense. Yeah, cool. So he's going to end up here. The theory being that he's even brighter than the creature. He is now sort of anti-silhouetted, if you see what I mean, by the glare of this brightness.
Opposite of witness protection.
Yeah, exactly.
Witness exposure.
Blended in by standing out, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So
do you need me
you're
to make
there?
a stealth roll or?
Yeah.
Cool. So that will be. That can't be correct. Let me change that. Does that make sense? And sorry, just to check, the room is like super bright in its own right.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't think I will make that full move. I think I'll do something slightly smarter.
Okay.
Which is to I'll do that, and then let me just get that fucking tape measure. Where's it going? So that's there. Yes. So I'll cast part of that a trace. So a shroud of that's the opacity just dropping to 5% on Arim in the brightness. I'll cast that using 2 key points, and instead move. I can still shadow step, so I'll shadow step 60 feet beyond that point as well. So I'll move 35, and then shadow step 60. So actually, I can make that. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
That's
so I can
crazy.
Make it to this spot here again, but this time I have. There. Yeah.
Pass that trace on. Okay.
Lovely.
Cool, lovely. Moddy.
I mean, I'm miles away from saying, well, what's the total distance? Jesus Christ.
Quite far. You have some very fast party members.
Long way to run, buddy.
Yeah, crazy.
So far. I guess no. With some resolve, he just continues running, following his party towards this disc.
Okay, you're gonna do your 60 feet this way, yeah?
Yeah, 60 feet in that direction. down the stairs and around, whatever that would be. I mean,
Gets
unless you can
to-
vault the
Oh.
stairs. I don't know if that would count as a thing. I
Oh
don't-
no, you were in a
flexible.
group with the rectangle. I hate this. God, I hate this stuff. Oh no, I've just made him big. It's a disaster, guys. Okay, all right.
Stretch
There
out.
we go. Okay, Lucifer.
How close am I to this thing?
Same distance as me.
my
You pretty much
my-
get to where I am. We've got identical turns.
my precious.
I'm just gonna run up here, and you're gonna hear like yell out like, "Mercy, no! Let me! I can control it. I can free us. I can save us from this island."
Huh?
Just gonna run forward, dredge down by the light.
Okay. This big creature, the second Mercy lays their hands upon the vessel, it's going to follow the movement and make attacks. So one of the arms holding this thin kind of strip of golden stick, which is extended up into like growth and light, comes down at you. Oh, wait, is that a D12? That's a D12. We don't roll that one. That's not what we're looking for. This one, however. Ooh, that doesn't hit you. That's an 11 to hit.
No, 11 doesn't hit.
Okay, and its second attack is also really bad. That's a 12 to hit.
It was meant to be, Clued.
Fate has said this thing. So it swings down, but you already know the outcome of this fight. You've seen it before. And none of these blows land. Mercy.
So is this like some sort of portal? It looks like one, but
It's a disc. It's a disc of light. So what seems to be happening is this light is like forming at the back of the room, kind of stretched out of nowhere, swirling in the central sort of like circular disc at the end of the platform, and like little tendrils of it are being sucked into this little vessel, which is then like poofing them back out in the form of light running along the floors. Whatever's happening with this disc, it seems to be like harnessing it from somewhere, pulling it from something you cannot understand or fathom.
I feel like it might be Lucifer's destiny. Maybe he is the chosen one. Maybe he will bring balance, and in doing so, destroy himself.
The brothers of blood know not why they fight.
Okay, probably not. I'm gonna to go with the non-chosen one theory for now, and see if I can move the vase closer to the disc to get more of the light.
Okay. You're going to try and push it towards the disc.
Is
Okay.
is it really heavy? Is it
No,
big?
no, it's a vase on a chain. You certainly can do it.
Yeah.
What do we say for this? I think make a constitution save for yourself is probably the only thing you need to do here.
Cool. No. Is this me? Do I? No, I think he's uncertain about this future. Yeah, 11.
11. Okay, your hands on this burn. The light like nestles into your hands, and you take how much do you take? You're 4. 6 damage
Okay.
of a type you do not know. It doesn't burn in the way that fire does. It doesn't feel like radiant.
Yeah.
And you can't will yourself to push this any further.
Okay.
Stress.
I think that, yeah.
That's yeah. I see much stuff. I'm sorry. I was Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, over to you.
He's gonna look around and seeing that everyone's left and not wanting to be alone, he is gonna make his way. Oh no. I'd have to go past the stinky one.
You can jump off the stairs to avoid the stinky one.
Rody smells rustic.
Hey,
Marty's not the problem here.
True, actually true.
bothers me. A minute, minute.
All for a bicep.
So yeah, he's gonna probably chase after Modi as the. So he can move 40 feet. So he's gonna jump off and run in that direction after him.
Mhm.
So he's gonna move here.
Mhm.
And okay, as a paladin, right?
Yeah.
As somebody that has no context to
Mhm.
where we are, what this light is,
Mhm.
what this strange smell is coming from Bray, does any of it seem like a feeling I've ever gotten before when using divine sense or like sensing good and evil, or like is there any kind of like celestial energy? I mean, I'm not using divine sense, but do I get any kind of form of idea?
Bizarrely, no, there's nothing divine about this. There's like, or rather, it's like it doesn't feel like the gods that you prescribe to.
Nodding
Right?
sagely, like yes,
And
you're
Jamie's
correct.
like, Cluna's like, oh, how do we describe this one? Yeah, you don't get any ping on your divine sense. In fact, I think you don't think this is good. You don't think this is evil. This just sort of is. And I'll say that your love for your god is greater, I think, than what you feel for this thing here. Like, you know why you follow your god. This, like, you're a smart guy, I think, right? Like, Ozris is an intelligent individual. I think he can probably piece together the fact that there's something wrong, and even though he feels these feelings towards this light, this being, it's not the same as what he feels for his god, you know? It doesn't feel right. Still there, but it's different.
Okay. So yeah, he's just gonna follow then.
Okay. Bray.
All right. I'm going to chase after. So, we'll look here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So 30 foot, and I think so. I can use my movement, and then can I use my action to dash? Is that
Yep.
right?
Yep. You can take the dash action.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna move 30 feet to Osiris, and another 30 feet to catch up with for.
You
Bam.
see very obviously that when Osiris is jumping down the stairs, he's kind of like noticing you, deciding not to walk next to you, running away, and warily looking over his shoulder as he does so.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you can't sit here.
As I guess as he runs past Osiris, then notices he's gonna say, "Oh, get over yourself, Ozzy," and then he'll catch up to Lucifer. So end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Cool. Arim.
Arim is going to step forward from the weird being in the light and the dark and the dark and the light, from the shrouding of brightness, and he's going to whisper to Mercy, "You must see the light, for you can take it and he's going to try and take the. Is it a vase that we established, like an
Yeah,
urn or?
it's like a glass vase urn suspended on a gold chain, completely sealed and just glowing from the inside. Too bright to look at. Not for you, but for the others.
And it's suspended on chains. It's attached. It will not move.
Attached to a ceiling that isn't there. The chain goes up infinitely.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything like a lock or anything? How is it attached, per se?
Yeah, it seems to be a kind of standard chain link that kind of loops around the top of it.
Right, so chain link is going around the body of it, or like
No, just at the
looping
top. There's like a little kind of like metal cap which has the little hoop for the chain link to be, grabbing onto.
a metal cap. And
I say you've been
just-
adventuring long enough to know a magical item when you see one, though. I mean, you think this thing isn't above being hit, but like whether or not this functions like your average like bit of metal. I think contextually, you think an infinite chain suspended into nothingness might behave a bit differently to your average, but
Cool. In that case, I think right, because that would take an action. Okay. And sorry, could you recap me briefly on how Mercy's interacted with the object?
Mercy has put their hands on it and tried to yank it towards the big disc at the back.
And just no give.
Mercy placed their hands on it and kind of recoiled and didn't seem able to move it.
Cool. And I think what Arim's gonna do is I think he's gonna cast lightness at second level. The spell darkness, but the light version on it.
Okay.
Basically in between the being and the urn. A positively blinding, all-consuming light that spreads around corners. On, I would say, let's put a little spot.
How big is it?
So I'm going to put the point there, and the size of this thing should be. Let's take a look.
I can't move my big yellow circle.
It is 15 foots. Is it? Yeah, 15 foots.
Yeah, like I've made a circle, but I can't move it. Oh, I can move it now. 15 feet radius.
And is indeed yes, sphere.
Oh my goodness! So that is actually there. Okay, cool. Centered around that point. Bam.
That's creature's kind of big, man. I think in that case, with a bit more context of the size of the creature, I'd probably move it to slightly more to. Can't move my thing.
You want to cover the creature?
Yeah, and a bit less, a bit more north.
Yeah.
Tiny bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Great. Good. I
Yeah.
now can't interact with any token beneath it, so wait.
Is there any way you can like?
I might not make that filled in. I might just make that up.
Hey,
let's do that.
Jazzy.
Let's do
Cool.
that.
Yeah. So, and I think Arim is gonna step to it, and just before he puts his hands on it, he sort of puts one of his finger to his mouth. His face is very close to it. He just goes, shh, just hushes it, and he's gonna attempt to grab it.
Okay, you lay your hands on it, no issue. You are able to touch the thing with no problem.
And I pull.
You pull it? Any direction?
Just ever so slightly to oneself.
I mean, it has slight give, yeah. Not a lot.
Okay. In that case, and it's kind of like a pendulum, sort of just from the infinite aboveness.
So you wanna?
So it's just kind of like hanging from the infiniteness, yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, he's just gonna push it off, and so it's doing a nice lap of the brightness,
It's doing a lap, so you're just sending it spinning around the perimeter of that thing. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Okay, we will say this thing starts going round. Cool. And that probably is like the extent of its movement. Like it's on this chain, and that's probably about as far as it can go. Like
Yeah.
you'd have thought it would have a wider sort of radius of travel, it being an infinite chain, but it seems actually quite tightly constrained to this
Okay.
location.
In that case, yeah, Arim's just going to end with his movement, staying within the. Just move 5 feet away, but staying within the shrouding of blinding brightness.
Okay, Muddy.
Okay. Well, he's just seen a giant. I can't see inside the big bright ball, right? Bright circle, sphere. Is it a sphere?
Sphere.
Hmm?
A sphere, yeah, that's the one.
It's just like a big sphere of light. So I can't see in it. Well, like, what do I see? Just a big ball of light.
Just honestly, yeah, just the outside of a big ball of light, impenetrable.
Okay. Is this something? I mean, I'm just going to assume this is something you've used before, so I don't think that you guys have just like spontaneously exploded.
You would have seen Arim create
yeah.
spheres of abject, impenetrable darkness previously.
So let me get an idea of some distances. So this thing's huge, but I can be like, yep. I think Modi would run to the bridge and then just kind of hold position there. I think. Wait, would I be in range? 30 foot. So far it's only attacked Mercy a couple of times.
Yeah.
And that was just when Mercy tried to touch it. So yeah, I guess can I move? I can move. If I dash, I can move like 60 feet, right? Okay. All right. I guess he just uses the dash action then to. I still can't move my token for some reason. I'm sorry.
Let me check your permissions, but
I seem to have.
edited and controlled by you. Yeah.
Seems to have memed myself.
It should be controllable by you. I don't know
what I've done.
Where do you want to put
broken
him?
it.
Just up at the bridge,
Just
yeah?
like 30 foot, just on the edge of the bridge, basically.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's good enough for me. And
Okie
I
dokie.
guess just hold from there, like. Yeah.
Are you holding a specific action?
So when it did damage,
Uh-huh.
I have an ability as a reaction, if I can find it somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Is it my cantrips? No, it's in my features and traits, I think. Yeah, so when you're a creature within 30 feet takes acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you can use a reaction to give
None of these.
resistance to it.
It's none of
I'm
these.
guessing it's none of these. Okay.
Nope.
Wondering whether that'd be useful or not. Clearly not.
Nope. Okay, Lucifer.
What it is.
Just gonna keep running towards the thing, like it's his destiny. It's here, right?
Yeah, you can't see it now because there's an impenetrable ball of bright light that Ariane has made.
If I just run into the light where I last saw it, like here, is that?
So you can't see anything at all in magical darkness, right? So I think you can't see anything at all in magical lightness either.
So yeah, it'd be heavily obscured.
And chaotically, Arima sent this thing spinning around. So
You can probably, I don't know if he can hear chains rattling off to his left.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think. You go
Can I
on.
see the chain from above?
Make a perception. Oh yeah, you can actually see the chain from above. Okay, so
I'll
make a
dash
perception
towards the
check.
chain. Yeah.
And that will affect the DC because that's
23.
Oh, you know where that bad boy is. Yeah, all right.
I run in and I just stick my hand out, trying to grab whatever I think, wherever it might be.
Okay, you kind of like fumble a little bit, and it sort of like crashes into your torso, but you do catch it like you've grabbed a rugby ball.
Yeah.
And you hold
Try
it in your
push it
embrace.
into my chest.
Yep. What are you gonna do with it?
Having got it, I'm now like a dog that chases its own tail and doesn't know what to do. I'm just gonna hold it, presuming something was gonna happen. And I guess if nothing will happen, I'm gonna wait till my next turn, as it doesn't repulse me or anything.
Nope, nothing seems to happen. It seems quite happy in your embrace.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
All right, it's chilling. Okay, big thing. Oh, does it have? Yeah, it does. Cool.
Does it though?
Does it? Does it have to?
man.
Does it actually have light vision?
I mean, it has true
As-
sight, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, you know.
I predict a riot.
Unfortunately, no.
I think it also knows where people were. Okay. Could I have a Constitution saving throw, please, from Modi and Bray, and also Ozris, I guess.
Sag. Yeah, sure.
I'm so far away.
Yeah, it's an 120
14.
foot long line, 15 foot wide.
That's
Jesus Christ.
14.
15 feet wide.
Yeah, it's got a fat beam.
Shame the paladin isn't charged into battle with us to protect us.
What's the fucking 8?
So, so yeah, we have an 8, we have a 14, and
Another
Bray
14.
14. Okay, all of these are fails. Y'all take 26 damage, and you are also
Seems massively unfair.
blinded until the end of your next turn.
Dude, your boy is so disabled. Why don't you just make it 28 points of damage to put him out of his misery?
Sorry, so 20 points of damage.
26.
26.
26 points of
What
damage.
kind of damage was that?
It's
And the blind.
question mark, question mark, question mark
Oh,
damage.
okay.
It's not damage that you can do anything about.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
What are you
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
And it's going to.
I just
So, just to
Float.
clarify, being blinded means I can't see, right?
You
Is there
can't
anything
see.
else?
No, that is what that means.
if the Merriam
Yeah.
Webster definition
Yeah.
says-
Yeah,
So
Y'all are hating. Y'all are hating.
yeah.
The blinded condition. Joke's on you guys.
Quite correct.
Yeah, you get some disadvantage on attacks. There's advantage on attacks.
Mercy, you can't see shit. You're in fathomless, unending light.
fuck's
am I
sake.
dead?
Don't follow it, dude. Don't follow
Oh,
it.
no, is it over?
By Jehovah.
Fuck's sake. I'm gonna step towards the
Light.
I'm gonna step towards the portal. I'm gonna step into the portal.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna step into the disc of primordial light, yeah?
I mean, I don't know that, but yeah.
You give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yo, how many dice is the DM about to roll? It's mad.
Oh, this was not my destiny.
Oh, double threes. 3 was your destiny.
3 was my destiny there. This was meant to be. And
Okay.
considering I have not that much HP, this might
Okay.
be my destiny.
Your flesh sizzles and lifts from itself. It begins to erode. The moisture in you is sucked outwards as you take 25 damage.
I'm just gonna flat die. Don't even know what to fight.
Yeah, that's me. I'm dead.
You also. Oh, you're down?
Yeah, that puts me to
Okay.
0.
Well, I'm gonna send you some text as well, should anyone revive you. But yeah,
brother.
cool. Cool. Also, could you roll
Blind,
me
I
a
can't
percentage?
revive anyone.
Could you roll me a percentage dice, please?
Yeah, sure. Oh, fuck's sake! Now is the 2! Now is the motherfucking low roll to see my destiny after I'm dead?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's a pretty obvious destiny.
No,
at
this
point.
isn't
Like,
to
you can't
see
fuck this
your.
up.
This isn't your. This isn't a destiny. This is a roll on the long-term madness table.
Good.
Oh, I think rolling lower is better. Don't get 99.
Don't get 99. Although if you got 99, it wouldn't matter because you already have that. Okay, great. Well, have fun with that one. I've sent you your text. You're unconscious. Ozris.
Okay. How much speaking can I do for it to be my action?
I'll just talk.
Okay, Osiris is blind, has no idea where he is, who he's with, is now in pain, and yeah, I mean, is that all of the issues he's dealing with? I think it might be. He is gonna,
Hearing voices as well.
yeah, that too. He is gonna call out to the random voice that he heard, maybe potentially thinking that it was some sort of deity, and say, "Please help me. I don't know what to do. I can't see anything. Is this supposed to happen?" And try and call upon the sword. to
Okay.
respond.
You pull this sword out, and as Osiris beseeches it, it alights with this bright light, red, golden, warming sunlight. It's not cold and a little creepy like what you've been faced with here. This feels warm and welcoming, like the sun itself has entered this room. The sword in your hand resonates, and you hear in your voice, Osiris, I stand at your side. Let's go together.
I can't see anything.
Oh, turn 30 degrees clockwise and move forward.
Nice.
But where are we going? Surely we're not going towards where you said the danger was.
To purge the foe, Osiris.
Our only goal.
Raise me to the heavens and bring me down upon our enemy.
Yo.
I guess I'm gonna walk 40 feet in that direction.
40 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
Okay,
best
so
way
you're
to do it.
using... Okay, cool.
So yeah, my dash. Yeah.
Yeah, you're dashing that way. Okay, cool. Cool. You have a bonus action if you wish to use it.
Can I do anything with my bonus action? I don't even think I can.
You can cure your own blindness with the
Yeah,
sword.
Yeah, I know that, but wait, with the sword?
Yeah, man.
Do I know that?
I don't know, you've attuned to it. You know she got you covered.
I mean, I don't even know that. Like, what? So how does one sword cleanse one's blindness?
One has lesser restoration on that
Through belief
thing.
in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh no, but that's an action, right?
Oh yeah, it's you're sacrificing half your movement, but
Yeah. I mean, I also have lesser restoration, but I think do I? Maybe. Well, anyway, I've taken my action to speak and to move, so that will
okay.
be-
Okay, you want bonus action or anything? You good?
No, I'm good.
Alright, cool. Bray.
Not fucking see anything. I'm blind. And I'm just gonna try to slowly walk forward with my hands out, trying to see where I'm going. So let's see. I guess he hasn't moved since he became blind, so I guess he's still kind of vaguely that he's going forward. So I'm going to flip a coin to see whether he moves more or whether he moves more towards Modi, or if he goes right in between them. Actually, I'm going to roll a d3. Okay, he goes towards Osiris. So where is my... Yeah, so he walks 20 feet forward and smacks right into the back of Osiris.
Okay.
Do I miss
And
damage for that?
I
No.
don't know. DM's discretion.
No, you're both blind and you've just collided with something and it's probably really fucking scary.
Oh, sorry. You're right there, whoever you are. All right, sorry. And gonna shove past him and keep walking forward, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
And he smells bad.
He doesn't smell bad. That's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Arim.
So, DM, would I get the sense that the creature is unimpeded by its attention, by its direction of consideration, it's unimpeded by this bright light?
See in magical darkness / magical lightness.
If I were to observe it, I could tell that.
Yes. Yeah. It seems to be unimpeded.
I
But this
think
is
in
so.
that
This is
case,
a shadow monk thing that you can see in your own darkness.
it's a feat specifically.
Sick. Cool.
Blind fighting, blind sense, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, blind fighting.
So I'd be able to see it within 10 feet. If it's within
Yeah.
10 feet of me, which I believe it is. Yes, it is. Cool. So in that case, I think Arim's just gonna drop the lightness. He's just gonna drop it, folks.
Just gonna kill it. Cool.
Just turn it out like a light bulb, and Arim's gonna. He's gonna move in.
Oh, your blinded guys are unblinded at the end of your turns. So Osra Spray, you can see now.
And DM, I'm trying to work out where like the edges of this creature are, if you know what I mean, like how many squares it takes.
Yeah,
up.
that's a very good question. Let's say it takes maybe use
what, sorry?
the like core golden bit as the edges of it.
Got it. So, measurements. Yeah, Arim is good. And that the urn vase, the vase, is it still swinging? Is it swanging or is it
No, it's nestled in Lucifer's arms.
nestled in Lucifer's arms? Okay. And
take
has. I'll say it again.
Come and take it, I dare you.
And so far, it hasn't shown any hostility towards
No,
the
not
enlightened like myself.
no. It seems to have accidentally hit Osiris with its beam, but it's not specifically attacking you.
Fucking hell. And Mercy's down, right?
Yeah.
Alright, this better fucking pay off.
And Mercy is your ally.
Yeah. Almost distracted for a moment, Arim sort of steps forwards a couple of feet and sort of slides as he stops by realization. Slightly, and with the realization, turns around, sees Mercy, and makes towards Mercy, and in doing so, pulling a healing potion from his pouch and administering a standard healing potion to Mercy.
Okie dokie. Cool. So with your action, you restore some HP.
That is correct, to Mercy, yeah.
Cool. Let Mercy know how much that is. Is that it for your turn?
Will it be that for my time? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe is a bonus action light step to, let's just measure that bad boy out very quickly. Out to like somewhere over, yeah, maybe somewhere over here into a position of cover, I suppose.
Okie dokie. Cool. Woody,
Mm-hmm.
you are still blinded, I think.
Yeah, I am for this time. Well, I mean, the best choice is to heal myself anyway, so I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't need as much as I can do. No, it doesn't need as much else. That's a good idea.
Be healed.
So I guess I cast a healing spell on myself, and I'm going to cast. I'm pretty hurt, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on myself.
You can also bonus action healing potion if you want big heals as well. So just make a
that's
note.
22 to healing on myself.
Damn.
From 3rd Cure Wounds 3rd level, and then also might as well healing potion, which is
Nice.
I should be able to get on my inventory. Where are you, Mr. Healing Potion? Let's roll it. I don't know if this will come through or not. Oh wow, maxed it out.
Oh.
10. All right. He's feeling
That's looking
healthy.
He's looking good.
Well, he's gone straight back to full HP. He's feeling pretty good. He got pretty lucky. and yeah, then the blindness wears off. But does he want to move? No, not really. Okay, yeah, he is where he is.
Okay. Lucifer, you hold in your arms a vessel of purest light. It sings in your chest. What do you want to do with it? It's attached to the infinite ceiling by a very, very long chain. You reckon you could try and run with it? It might not be easy. It looks like it's kind of swinging on its radius. You probably need to yank it pretty hard. You could try and free it from its confines, give it a good old hit.
Do I feel like particularly attached to it? I don't want to destroy it, right?
No, so I think with all of this, rationally, you know your task was to come here and fix that barrier. You like the light, but you don't feel like emotionally attached to the vase it's in, the vessel. It's like the power that sings to you. It's like uniting with this energy.
I look
than
down
what
and
it's
like the
gonna
orb, like I kind of like squish it or anything. It doesn't move. And does it feel like it would? Does it feel like there's like a surface, or does it just feel like a light? Like a light?
Yeah. So it's got a kind of it's something you can hold, right? It's this glass sort of like vase urn thing, almost like a sim diamond, if you will.
Yeah.
You know the little green diamond, but light.
Yes.
A little more curvy than that because it ain't pointy.
Okay. I'll take a second. I'll be like looking around, thinking everyone like foolishness. Might controls everything. Without strength, you cannot protect anything, let alone yourself. And I'll draw my sword, and I will just like slam the hilt into this orb, trying to like fuse the blade with it and somehow.
All right, make an attack roll with this bad boy.
Okay, make an attack roll. Let me find my sorry, character sheet has gone ever so slightly missing. There we go. Cool. Make an attack roll. Fuck. Wait, I will steady myself before. Give myself advantage. I've already rolled it, but that's fine. All right. Yep. Yeah, 21.
21 hits. Do some damage.
So I'm gonna do. Does the damage you gave me presumably doesn't affect it? This one, right?
One does.
One doesn't. Okay, that's 20 points of damage.
So which so what of that is slashing and what of that is necrotic?
13 is slashing, 7 is necrotic.
Okay. As you hit this thing, thin cracks appear on the surface of it, both from the force of the impact. As you hit it with your sword, you think back earlier to yesterday when you knelt and gave offering to the statue of the Dread Emperor and he spoke to you. And that power, that green necromantic energy that powers the mists that hide the Dread Isles, pours into these cracks and widens them. They extend across the surface of this urn, and you see the light inside of it flicker, and the colour shifts ever so slightly from this white gold to green.
How do I feel about that?
You feel like you're punching it will free the light, like your physical punching. You feel like your Dread Emperor powered strikes are interacting with it.
Well, I'll hit again.
Okay, attack roll.
Do you want to know how much of this is the actual attack?
Yeah, I need to
90. Oh, that's a 90. So yeah, so that's 2 rolls. That's a 27.
27 hits.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's up, Mercy?
I'm gonna lucky that. Last luck point.
You want to
Okay,
use your
so I have
luck point
advantage
to make him to re-roll the 27.
So I have advantage. So how does that interact with luck?
Guess it gets rid of the higher roll.
Well, no, it's the first roll, right? The first roll was 27. The second one was a natural one.
I think re-roll.
I'm happy to roll everything.
Re-roll the presiding success.
You want me to? Okay, so advantage is gone. I succeeded re-rolling it based on the
I
lucky
think
point.
part of this is on the intent of what the luck roll is for. Mercy, are you trying to make it so that Lucifer does not hit this thing? I'll say you as a player have agency over how your luck roll is used, and you can choose which of those rolls you want to target. So reroll that 27.
Yeah, from the reading of lucky, it's like I roll a d20 and Ben chooses which d20 gets used for the roll. So it's that one, which is going to be a 27, or this one, which is also a 27.
You cannot change fate, Mercy. Try as you will. Saz
Yeah.
versus Will. It's already written.
Yeah,
Foolish of you to think you could intercede.
that's fair.
Isn't that the point
That's-
of your existence?
That's
Fate is
9
fate.
9 damage, 9 slashing damage, 5 necrotic damage.
9 slashing. Okay, 9 slashing. And then 5 necrotic. Okay. Yeah, these cracks widen. There's still some way to go, but you're getting somewhere.
Okay, I end my turn.
Okay, cool. Cool.
DM, is there a reaction of the being of light to this onslaught?
Oh, yeah, great question, because its turn is next.
Oh no.
A high-pitched
Oh.
scream echoes throughout as this thing is touched. Can all of you make wisdom saving throws, please?
I definitely don't make these at disadvantage for any reason.
It's at the edge
Ah.
of your hearing range, right? The frequency of this noise is
319s.
painful and edges into silence.
I rolled a
Pretty
natural
good.
20, but I have a
Wow.
-1 to saves. So does
You're-
that ruin the nat 20?
No, you're fine. You're fine, girl.
also
What are
Yay.
these dice rolls? I rolled out
Lucifer nat 20s.
5 dice
I
rolls,
rolled an at 20.
3 19s, a 1, and a 20.
Okay, so that's a 26, a 21, a 19, a 28, and a 22. Mercy, is that a 5 for you?
That's a 5.
Okay, Mercy,
Mercy
you are
is like, oh no.
God is not on your side.
You are frightened, and you shall be going nowhere closer to that being.
I'm stuck here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real shame. It's also going to use its attack action. It is going to make.
Is it attacking? Is it blind or it's not? Right, the thing called blind.
No. It's gonna go for Lucifer because
fair.
while it's friend shaped, that doesn't mean you overlook shit like
Sacrilege.
that. Sacrilege. Okay. Okay, so the first one is a 26 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that one might. And the second one is a 23.
Yep, both hit.
It's not happy. Oh, these are low on the dice though. For first one is 8 damage.
Yep. Is this just damage, right?
Yeah, 6. That is 12. On
12.
the second one.
Okay. Yep, Lucifer's hurt, but he's still up.
Okay. Cool. As it bears down on over you, kind of reaching out this long stick, and as it hits you, it spears in a way that before you were kind of like assimilated almost. It sort of hurt. It's like you've been rejected by it. Mercy.
So run to the bathroom, so yeah.
Well. So I am frightened. I'm just frightened.
You can't move closer to the source of the fear,
Yeah.
and I believe you have disadvantage on attacks made against it. I want to say.
Can't move willingly closer. Okay.
But you only have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls if it's within your line of sight. So if you can't see it, then you don't have that disability.
I mean, it's like 40 feet tall and standing right in front of me.
Close your eyes.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Can I Can I throw some darts at Lucifer
Yeah.
for
You can
vibes?
attack. You can attack Lucifer.
Sure.
This is at disadvantage, though, right?
So that's 17.
17
And
hits.
17 does hit. Was that Lucifer's
Yep,
disembodied
17
voice?
does hit. Yes, sorry, hello, back.
Yep.
Sup,
17 and a 19.
both
Mhm.
hit.
Okay.
Mr. Jamie, can you angle your camera down slightly? Your tiny thumb.
So which of the damages am I rolling?
All of them. The
Am I rolling the green damage?
the green damage, yes. The gold damage, no. That won't do it.
I'm immune to the gold.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a total of 13 piercing damage and 12 necrotic damage.
How much, sorry? 12
13
necrotic.
and 12, 25.
Okay. Lucifer's still up.
Holy moly.
Just about.
Okay, Mercy, desperately trying to prevent Lucifer from breaking this thing. You pepper him with darts. And these darts, as you send them out, they're empowered by the might of the Dread Emperor. They fly through with this like green sort of mist. They sink deeper, Lucifer. But still, you're determined. You have power in your hands. Osiris.
Hold on, the darts are empowered by the Dread Emperor and the...
Osiris is going...
Anyone who was friends with him at the statue, it's just they got shit. Anyway, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Osiris, sorry. Speak your truth.
Speak your truth.
You are, however, muted, so you've silenced your own truth.
Okay. Osiris is suddenly, after feeling less disorientated, not being blind, is going to realize he feels like shit and is going to use lay on hands on himself. He's going to touch his own shoulder. I don't know how... Yeah. 25. I'm just going to say 25 as my action.
You touch yourself for 25 healing. Wait, is that a bonus action? Was it
No,
action?
it's not. It's an action, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so broken. It was bonus action. F. Okay.
I did
cool.
play through the entire campaign 1 using it as a bonus action.
Oh, that's why I
That's
thought it was
that's
a
why you're
bonus
confused.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With my
the
disappointed face.
when I got to campaign
Ayo.
1, boy, the rules were bending like this. I couldn't believe it.
Must have been very painful for you.
I mean, the DM probably decided that I needed some help in the
Look,
game. so-
back in the day, I was multi-attacking with Green Flame Blade, which is definitely not okay.
Oh, no.
Ray, your turn.
Um,
Oh, are you done, or are you got more?
no, I was gonna ask if the sword said anything whilst I was taking my action.
The sword is eager, waiting for your usage. She's not giving you anything helpful.
What a bitch. Okay, cool, thanks.
Hey.
Hello. So, just to clarify that I haven't misinterpreted anything,
Mm-hmm.
my friends are attacking this creature, correct?
Well, Lucifer is stabbing the little vase, the vessel that's keeping the barrier up. No
Roll
one's
our mission.
actually. I don't think a single person has tried to hit the
No one
creature.
has.
No one is
No
the
one's attempted
creature,
to
yeah.
hit the enemy.
Dude,
They've
They've
fine,
all been
though.
like, they've got straight with the vessel, tried to touch it in various ways.
All right, let's have a quick recap here then of what Bray would have understood from the mission objectives. It was break into the vault.
General
And-
Montague wants you to break into the vault. He wants the barrier that stops him from going into the vault to leave.
Cool.
What is causing the barrier is some kind of vessel of power. I think even Bray Malag, with his tenuous single-digit intelligence,
Bray Malag.
probably thinks that it's the vase's fault.
Cool. All right. Well, even though Lucy's been very pissy with him today, Bray still loves Lucifer with all of his heart, and seeing him attacking the vase will be like, well, that's obviously the right thing to do. And he's gonna run over, and he's gonna rage and attack the vase.
The power is mine.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, as a
It's
bonus
him,
action,
Leonard. It's
I'm
him.
gonna rage, and then I am going to attack the shit out of that vase. So for my first attack, oh fuck. Okay. Hold on. Does rage give me advantage? No, it's just strength checks, not.
Nice reckless attack.
Okay, so my first attack misses, but I have a second attack because of being a barbarian. So my second attack is. You gotta be joking me! I rolled 2 2s
No.
in a row. I don't.
Dude, how
Think
did
I-
you miss a stationary vase? Like,
Well, he's just so angry. You can't- you
Lucifer's
can't
like
bother with
holding it,
that.
like moving it, like no, it's mine.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
no,
you,
Leave it to
absolutely. This
me.
is my
Guys, I'm
power.
telling you, it's destiny.
Oh my god. I
My
think
destiny is to break
I-
this vase.
I'm
Do you
gonna lose my
have-
rage as well.
Do you have reckless attack?
Not that I can see on my sheet.
I think you keep your rage so long as you make the attack. No, I don't think you actually need to do damage. I think so long as you've taken the attack action, you maintain it. So you're all good.
Your rage ends early if your turn ends and you haven't attacked.
Yeah.
Last turn.
But you have attacked. You've just missed.
Oh, I've just missed. Okay,
Yeah.
Attack will
that's
take
fine.
Yeah.
If anything, if anything, you're angrier.
Yeah.
Very angry.
The
I'm angry
rage-
IRL too.
The rage lives on. Okay, Arim, buddy.
Arim whispers to, like, so actually that's a good question. So after seeing the creature deliver brightly retribution upon my brothers of the Bright League,
Uh-huh.
how do
The
I
Bright
feel?
Lord.
How does that feel to her?
Maybe not safe. It seems to have ignored you to this date, but clearly Lucifer has pissed it off by touching its little vase. And Osiris is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It won't never hit you. You're not its first choice, but gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes brothers fight,
Sometimes brothers fight. That's the name of the episode. All right, cool. Yeah, so Arim in that case is going to see what happened to Mercy. That Mercy's kind of cornered. That his brother in photons has been attacked, and he's going to sort of step out, and then he's going to kind of hesitate as he does that, looking down to himself, noticing he's still quite heavily wounded from the searing light from before. And so he's gonna, where he had great plans, he's just simply gonna step out. No, I have to. So before he does that, he's going to, as an action, use the monk's ability, Quickened Healing. So I'm gonna spend 4 key points to heal 2d6 plus 6 health. So I'm gonna do that now. 2d6 plus a total of 6. Come on. 13. I'll take it. Heal 13 points.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good now, health-wise. And then I can do what's called key empowered attacks, I think. But basically, as a bonus action, I can make 1 attack with a monk weapon. So Arim's going to step out, and he's going to step out into the middle of the aisle. And he's going to take out one of his light hammers from his toolkit, and he's going to fucking dash it at the creature. But he doesn't just throw it like it's a fucking hammer. He throws it as if it's a boomerang, and it gets a good
Right, at the creature?
momentum. That's right, at the creature itself.
Hit me up with an
Yeah.
attack roll.
Let's do that, France. So, action. See that light hammer rolling. Come on, baby. It's a 16.
16. Blah, 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 does not hit.
Doesn't hit a vase by any chance, does it?
No.
Okay. And in that case, Arim is going to just duck back into his coverly position
Okay.
having healed and made a solo attack.
All right, Muddy,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing?
I'm no longer blind. Is anyone looking like really, really rough within 30 yards of me? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I think Mercy
Yeah,
probably
I
looks
am.
pretty bad. Oh, Lucifer. Oh, Lucifer, yeah.
Yeah, but you're doing the exact thing that I kind of don't want to happen.
Why do you not want it to happen?
I don't know. The light seems like it's good. Dread Emperor bad.
The light
I don't
seems
know.
like it's good. The light that's been fucking disabling us. Are you mad?
That's
They
true. I mean, it's
blasted you
chaotic
for
Are you
30
mad?
HP.
All right, fine. I'm hitting the big thing. All right. Wait, no, you're bad. I mean, as in you're not great. I should probably use a concentration spell of some sort before I lose the opportunity to. Okay. I don't know what's none of my things are very good. I might just. What do we reckon the charisma saving throw of this creature is? Let's find out. I want to cast Bane at first level at the creature in the middle, the big one. So that's a wisdom. Sorry, charisma 14 save.
14. Okay, let me roll that. Okie dokie. Charisma's. Oh man, that's big charisma. Oh, natural 20. Yeah, that succeeds.
All right, no chance.
Fails miserably.
No, I fail miserably. All right, then I guess as a bonus action, you can cast healing words at how rough is for looking?
6 HP.
Okay, at third level. And that's going to be a 10 points of healing for you, my friends. There you go.
10 points of healing.
Oh, wonderful.
Okie
Tiny
dokie.
bit
Lucifer, you're up.
better.
Lucifer is going to steady himself, take the healing from Modi, not kind of take a breath, prepare his fighting spirit to give himself another 5 temporary HP, but more importantly, advantage on everything, and smash.
And smash.
So that's. Wait, why have I unequipped my sword? Oh, no, there we go. Advantage. That's a 14.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. That's fine. Attack again. That's 24. Natural 20.
Yeah. That one. That one
That
hits.
one hits.
That one hits.
So that's a.
You're. Oh my word, is that max damage on the dice? Yeah, you
Yeah,
rolled
so
a
that's
6.
so that's 12, so that's 19 slashing damage, and then for necrotic damage that's 12, so that's 31 points of damage.
Okay, 19 and then 31.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. How do you want to do this?
Lucifer's attempt, he's clearly getting frustrated with the hilt not going with the last attempt that he missed. So at this point, he's clearly is it's just it's fine. I'll merge it in any way I can, and he drops it to the floor, and this time he brings the blade round and slams it down on it.
Okay, the glass of this containment vessel shatters. And as the glass, the sort of the thing encasing it dissipates, the light expands outwards. And for a brief moment, you're all blinded by this flare of whiteness. Could you all make Constitution
Oh
saves?
no! Oh
please?
no! No, I'm really bad at con saves.
Oh, that's an 18. We take
20. Nice. That looks like a 5 on my screen, but it's a 20.
Yes. Okay.
Am I getting Osiris's bonus, or is Osiris so disgusted by me that I don't count ally anymore?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it requires you to be a friendly creature.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
don't
gonna assume I
know
don't get
if
it.
you're a friendly creature, so
Can we just all make a pact that everybody's really nice to Erin's character next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mercy,
You shouldn't have
Osiris,
died and become undead. In a bunch of-
Bray.
that character.
You all take 14 points of damage. As it pulses outwards.
So
The
do I
bright-
also take 14?
Yes. Yeah. The brightness in this chamber subsides. Immediately, it is dim light you are standing in. As almost total darkness falls over it as the light is nowhere to be seen. Then there is a pulse, a green flicker, as everything that was light is replaced by this creeping mist that starts from the way you came in, curls its way down the stairs, the gold work of this chamber, and infills where that bright disc was, into this kind of vortex swirling of just deep, luminous green that you know represents the necromantic energy of the Dread Isles. The golden white creature that had been bearing down upon you, the sonorous bell-like noises it was making, far out of audible range. There's no mouth, but it clutches its head as though it was screaming, but you hear nothing. Only a slight pressure on your eardrums. As the light kind of tears itself out from it, and almost as if it sort of begins to melt, to fade, as the green mist sort of like curl their way up around it and choke it, crushing it in on itself, kind of snapping joints and everything that snaps on it until it's compressed into nothingness.
So does the light just go? Like it's just gone? Everyone's trying to like grab bits of it as it goes.
Yeah. And as you're kind of grasping, there's nothing almost for you to catch, as wherever it was is just replaced by green.
So the blast of light that comes from the vessel shattering puts Mercy down again. And I think, given where they were, Mercy just falls backwards into the thing, into the glowing disc.
Are we still consumed by the light, or do we feel normal now as this happens?
The light trio, you still feel this affinity to something. You feel sadness.
Okay.
You are still affected, and you are replaced by the sense of wrongness, as though you should not be here. This should not have happened. As though that thing you were chasing, that you were looking to unite with, no longer exists here. You've curtailed your only opportunity for it. As you stand there in this kind of dim, dark, silent chamber, there are slow claps as heeled boots walk down the stairs.
What's happened to
And-
Mercy? Sorry.
Mercy? Oh, yes. Well, Mercy fell back into this green, glowing vortex. Where Mercy was is dust. There is nothing left there. Not a scrap of fabric, not bone. It has ground and taken out kind of every essence of person and just scattered it to the wind. Walking down the stairs, you recognise the heavy footfalls of General Montague, who looks out over the space and says, "Good work. I did not think you would succeed, but here I am proven wrong." Osiris, Lucifer, Arim. This guy feels the same to you as Bray, but a million times worse.
Do we feel more compelled to attack him or go for Mercy?
I'll say, you have enough cognizance in you to know that you should not attack this guy. But any feelings you felt before, maybe kinship, allyship, whatever it was earlier, gone. Like that there is something so wrong about this very blatant vampire walking down the stairs speaking to you. You know it's an enemy.
I'll run over to the edge and see where Mercy's gone. Like, did we see anything? What, like, just vanish and
Nothing.
it's just us?
Nothing. There is only black, expansive nothingness that stretches in front of you. The general speaks behind you and says, I understand you must be grieving your friend. A great shame indeed. The Emperor wishes to thank you in person. If you will come with me, I will see you restored, healed, made whole. And there is the matter of your payment, of course.
Where did he go?
Can I insight check Monty? I want to see like whether he seems like genuinely happy. Like, did he get here really fast? Like, or was there like a period of time? Like, was it like
It was
immediate?
very fast. It was very, very fast, yeah. Insight check.
Okay. One sec. $25.
25. Okay. He seems genuinely appreciative. It's very different though, seeing him here in this like dim light, this slightly green lit, the way like his red vampire eyes sort of glint in the darkness. He feels immensely more threatening than he did in his nice, warmly lit mahogany study. You don't get the sense he's hostile or trying to pull a fast one over on you. And you don't miss the fact that as he's walking down the steps, the kind of heels of his boots and the back of his head are almost sort of like still materializing out of mist as though he himself had traveled very rapidly indeed to get to the center of this chamber when the barrier came down, not, 6-10 seconds before he made it to you. It kind of makes you think, yeah, damn, this guy can go really fucking fast if he wants to.
Holy shit.
Yeah, damn. This guy can go really.
Yeah.
And smells so fast.
Where is Mercy? Where did he go?
And if you fell into that, then he is with the Emperor.
What is that?
That is his power.
Wait.
Interfaced with what was here before.
You're saying the Emperor is through there?
No.
And he
No.
like has this hopeful look on his face, like
No,
yeet
we will-
himself into that.
We will go back up the stairs, get in a carriage, and travel.
Oh, I see.
You
So-
could go to meet him very quickly, however, if you did want to walk into that, I just wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, is it?
You would die, Bray. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but I'm already dead.
You can die again.
Oh, all right. He looks a little bit disappointed.
Question, DM.
Mm.
Do I still have no memory?
It's fuzzy at the edges. Yeah. And actually, on that point, once he looks out over you, and he turns more to Modi and to Bray and says, the other three are inflicted rather, with the light that presided here. We can restore them, or rather the Emperor can. You are sick, he says as he turns to the three of you. Do not mistake light for goodness.
Yeah, dude, I'm sick.
The sickest we've ever seen.
He does not say that to Monty.
Wicked
Right, I'm
sick.
Oh man, I'm
Gonna
wicked.
just gonna roll a wisdom check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Lucifer bites his tongue.
Okay.
And then you hear Arim say, but how do we get Mercy back?
In good time. Come with me and ask His Majesty, and I'm sure he will restore your friend.
Insight check, DM, do we get a
Yeah, go
vibe
on.
that this guy's kind of like And now it's time to, take the old dog out back and
How are you gonna side check him?
kind of vibes you're getting. Let's take a look. Oh, Incite. Let's come out as a solid 9.
You don't feel any danger from him.
Ah, of course not. Not
Vampires are pretty scary, but whatever, man. He seems cool. He turns on his heel and bids you follow. Do you all follow?
I do.
Yep.
All right. He takes you back out, up through Varkara, the great cathedral at the top of Varsala, bundles you into the carriage that you came in, and to House Montague, which, to the best of your knowledge, is not a royal palace. He leads you through the house, up through stairs, and down a long corridor of mahogany, at the end of which is a door by which 2 guards are stationed. They stand to attention, their weapons crossed over the door, and pull them back as the general passes through with you. As you step through this door, you know immediately that you are not in the same building that you started in. You are in a wide, wide hallway of polished white marble. A carpet sits under your feet, plush and inviting, pale pastels, kind of sea-like imagery, intermixed with bone, skull, all that good necromancer stuff in the patterns. The walls are tapestried, vases, mosaic, and wide bay windows look out onto a balcony. And Bray, you feel like you've been here before. You've seen this balcony overlooking a vast shimmering lake, set under a moonless sky.
That's where I last saw the Emperor.
Yeah, you don't remember the meeting, but you're just so sure you met
I've
someone.
got a big smile on my face. I'm
really
like
wonderful.
beaming. Am I gonna see him again? He's kind of like looking around.
And I think Monty probably catches you doing this and just kind of gives a small smile and continues walking. You pass through what you are certain must be a vast palace. Up through huge entryways, chandelier sat at the top, crystal, the worth of which, Arim, you could only begin to guess at. Past rows of guards, to a set of double doors. Monty pushes his way through and bids you follow. You come out into a large room, a sight to behold. The walls, floors, columns, much like the rest of the palace, all crafted from this pale marble, not just white, but kind of light pastel turquoise, a pink, soft colours that gleam in the light. It is smooth and cool, and the air in here is actually quite serene. It's sort of still, as nothing moves in here. You're struck by just generally the grandeur of the space, though. It's high ceiling that stretches up to a height that you can only imagine how this was built. Row and rows of columns marching off into the distance. And the marble floors are polished to like this mirror-like shine. Everything about this is completely meticulous. Carvings of everything from shells to the columns themselves being a platform, top of a column, and in between, a skeleton propping between these points, carved of marble, you think, almost kind of serving as the column themselves in between. At the end of this room, however, sits who you are very certain must be the Dread Emperor. He sits upon his throne, pearlescent robes of silk, floating chiffons, flowing like a waterfall down to the ground. He looks eminently expensive, diamond, pearl, whitework covering the garments. Light reflects off him in soft, pearly rainbows. He is very much the illuminated and very intentional centerpiece of this already very spectacular room. He sits perfectly still on his raised throne, the throne itself splaying out behind him like an oyster, in which kind of like he's the pearl. Soft, kind of gleaming wisps flow around, and this dreamy sort of mist compelled to float near him. And his eyes don't really move as you enter. His face does not move. Normally, a person has something to read, but here there is absolutely nothing. It is only two glowing green eyes that could be looking anywhere in the room, because their lack of pupils is just completely directionless. But all of you individually, I think, feel like you are being very, very carefully scrutinized.
As soon as we enter the room, Bray rushes forward very enthusiastically and nearly skids down onto one knee to bow his head immediately, and offers fealty to Scout Emperor. Your Eminence, we've done as you asked. We've destroyed the barrier.
Is
How do
this...
those of us who hate the undead feel?
You are overwhelmed by a need to kill this.
As Bray runs forwards, draw my sword.
You're making an attack?
I mean, I'm not making an attack. I've just drawn my sword.
Draw your
But
sword?
Bray
Okay.
will run forward, I presume, and I'll look there. Look at Ahim and Osiris.
Yeah, I guess I do something similar.
When you
Montague is
say-
just behind us, right?
Hmm?
Montague is just behind us, right?
Yeah, he's kind of standing off to the side, just slightly in front of you. He's sort of looked into the room and bowed his head slightly. He's not exactly on one knee here, but you know, he's given a nod of respect.
It's
So rather than
it's always an option.
rather than drawing a weapon, Arian kind of begins to pace sort of a little bit back and forwards on the spot. Yeah. Keeping his eyes on the
Okay.
Emperor.
His face does not move at any of this. But Lucifer, you feel he must be talking to you as he says, I will permit you only this one trespass. I am curious enough to see what your future here portends. I thank you all for your efforts. Your fine service has ensured the prosperity of my people for centuries to come. You shall live among them as heroes, and so allow me to offer you land, title, and power in recognition of your keen service.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. And he bows his head even further.
You must all be here in full understanding that you shall not be leaving my shores. But know that as you continue on here, you shall live in comfort. With that in mind, there is a choice for you to make. You will either kneel here and submit, or you will simply cease. I would have thought it is quite an easy choice, but you can be surprising. I look forward to the good news. And he sort of sits back in his chair as he sort of... It doesn't really particularly seem like he's giving you space, but at least you feel as though you can confer slightly, though you do have General Montague very tall and armoured to the teeth standing next to you, peering at you through side eyes.
We haven't been cured, right?
No, not yet.
What are you guys waiting for? Come on, hurry up. And he's kind of beckoning with his head and a hand to be like, come on, guys, get down on your knees.
I don't think I can, right?
No.
I Eldritch Blast.
Attack roll.
I mean, I don't
No,
have
yeah,
a choice.
Come on.
Yes, the man's real, man's true.
19.
19? fizzles some 15 feet in front of him. It doesn't even seem to get close through this like pressure that just seems to sit immediately in front of him. He
You
says,
go again. 17, no higher, so if it misses 2,
"Yeah,
that's 2
his
attacks.
face does not move." And he says, "Foolish and regrettable, but I suppose I can understand it given your condition. I will have it writ upon your meagre grave, felled by Crossley, last of all kings." And he stretches one finger. You can make a Constitution saving throw if you like.
Does it will matter? 23.
How much HP do you have?
Currently,
Mhm.
30.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Mm.
This green light, single beam, bores straight through your skull. It's meticulous aim right between the eyes and the cavity of your nose, and goes straight out the back. Lucifer, you feel like you're standing. In fact, you look down and you see your own body fall, and you are yourself standing there, watching this happen. And the Dread Emperor's head shifts slightly, and he says to you, "I reiterate the option, it still stands." And you see your own body, the light kind of flicker and fade, like that kind of golden light flicker and fade from your own eyes as you watch yourself die on the ground.
So I'm just standing above myself, like clearly as a spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, you look down, your hands are translucent. And to the rest of
nobody
you,
else can see me, right?
nobody
Yeah,
else
I'm
can
just done.
see the
Yeah.
ghost of Lucifer.
Can I, during this commotion, could Modi have hidden steps and just try to leave the room? Just gone invisible when it wasn't paying attention.
Make a
And
stealth roll.
just try and leave. So he's gone magically invisible. What, you want a stealth roll?
Mm-hmm. You can make it with advantage.
Okay. That's a 15.
15? Okay. You
Well,
are
it's not an
visible.
aggressive leave.
And you try to leave the room. You are so sure that General Montague's head just turns and follows you. And you just see him mouth a quiet, "I wouldn't." But you're certainly free to keep trying. You're certainly free to leave. He doesn't try and stop you or anything. He just kind of gives you a.
I wouldn't. Not a good idea.
Mercy, you're here in this room.
Wait, really?
You
can
stand
see
between
Lucifer.
the columns. Lucifer, you see Mercy. Mercy, you see Lucifer. As Ghost Gang, you recognize each other. It's funny, actually, dead as you are, the Dread Emperor looks slightly different. He's not wearing this massive resplendent crown in death. But if anything, he looks more simple, just almost like he's wearing a kind of simple nightgown, kind of white flowing hair, sat kind of more lazily and more comfortably.
Do I feel fine, as in like the light's gone.
Yeah, you feel normal.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in full control of your senses.
Yeah, I look to Mercy.
No, I was really hoping I'd get like obliterated by the light. Is this the first thing I see after like basically being blasted by like white light?
Yeah, you've been hanging about, but in understanding of nothing. You've sort of just been drifting. And he repeats to all of you, dead and alive, "So which is it, kneel or cease? And do I need to put you two down as well?" And his head shifts slightly to Osiris and to Arim.
No, that won't be necessary. and he's sort of looking to. So we've got a body in the room. Is that the case?
There's
Have a body
right
in
next
your
to you.
room belonging to your friend, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
it's just
clearly
vanished from sight.
shaken.
You probably haven't noticed it, but-
Clearly not okay. And I just should ask, what? Why would it be impossible for us to leave the island?
Oh, you've seen too much, obviously. He doesn't seem
But-
to feel the need to offer any more explanation than that.
Yeah. And of course, someone's as powerful as yourself could use magic to erase all we've seen, make our eyes innocent again.
And why
Yes?
would I do that when you'll make such valuable resources here? Willing
What
or
do you-
unwilling, I care not.
Do you have a plan for us?
Of course, I have a plan for everyone.
So on the way out, Muddy would have just, when Montague turned and said, "I wouldn't do that," he just kind of shrugs. His little smile would be like, "Probably see you later," and just looks out.
Yeah, he just whispers to you, "You will, unfortunately."
Yeah, and he begins to leave the castle.
Okay, Muddy, you wander off into the hallways of the castle.
Attempting to retrace steps to get out.
Okay. Mercy, Osiris, Arim.
I guess I float over to Lucifer, or I
Mhm.
walk over to Lucifer, and now you hear a very different voice, and in a kind of weird, wind chimey rasp, they say, and they're wearing their changeling face as well. They say, "See what you have done."
What I have done?
You did this in shattering the vessel.
When I think back, do I remember much?
Yeah, I remember it.
But I don't feel about it the same way, right?
Yeah. I suppose maybe would you have made a different decision? You were there to do your job and you
No.
did your job.
We had a choice. Become that thing. Or this. At least oblivion may still be an option.
And those you have condemned in allowing this regime to persist. Your actions have doomed countless. I see now I was wrong to help you, Lucifer.
Sivers takes a moment, thinks about it. If not us, then another. And it wasn't my fault. I wasn't myself. That light touched every part of my being. Strange, twisted me.
You had choices. You have always had choices.
Oh, spare me the theatrics.
You chose poorly.
Boring. And he snaps his fingers. And Mercy, you don't presently have a body, but one is created. Your hands crack as though suddenly bones grow within them. You solidify, and you realize with horror that you have no control over the movements they are making. You yourself, presently, in your mind, are still there. but your body is not obeying, and it marches over and kneels next to Bray. And the Dread Emperor's eyes flick over to Lucifer, and he says, "Like I said, willing or unwilling, it's all the same, really."
You don't strike me as a wasteful man.
No. I try not to be.
Even the skeletons of your enemies serve you. If you were, you might take a gamble with them, thinking this regime will be over soon. But I doubt it. And I kneel.
I've ruled here for a century, and it's only the beginning. Arim, what are you doing?
What would you have us do here? We would much like to live if we have to stay.
And that will be done. Is it wealth you seek? Is it the challenge of the vault? There's many safes for you to occupy yourself breaking into. Swear yourself to me. Bend in the name of mine own order of quiet death. And you will have the life you want. All I require is loyalty. It's a small price to pay.
Arim takes a single knee and begins to say, and you hear a bit more sort of begrudgingness in his voice, and he's a bit lower in tone. What would you ask of us? And he's looking to the floor, not making eye contact.
As I said, loyalty.
And we walk freely among as free people here.
Yes, more or less. I'll leave you to mull on that one. And you. He he turns to Osiris, and he kind of puts his hand up as though he's expecting someone to take it. And in the blink of an eye, the general is at his side and gives him a hand and kind of helps him stand. And he takes one slow step down, the first step of the dais and throne, then the other. And he looks at you and he says, "And what about you, Paladin? You are loyal to two people in this world, I think. Yourself and to Cyric, am I right? God of lies. None of your friends know that, do they?"
Yeah.
The lore drops at last.
Nice.
It's all coming to this.
How long were you planning to walk at their side, duplicitous and false? I would ask for your loyalty, but I don't think it would be honestly given.
Okay. Osiris has basically awoken in a situation in a dungeon, has no idea where he is, who he's with, has no clue about anything, has just watched somebody get one shot in front of him and a skeleton rise from nothing, and this guy tell him he's never going to leave the island. Osiris is going to look around, back away, shakily mutter under his breath, "Fuck, Cyric, help me," and make a run for the door and try and escape.
Osiris sprints out the room. And the rest of you remain kneeling. He doesn't really seem too interested in chasing or sending anyone after Osiris or Modi at this point. He looks down at all of you, and one by one he has you swear. Here he outstretches his hand, and it is soft and cool in your hands. Bray, you're already there. You've already done this, but your friends in a line, one after the other. Bond. with this entity, this person. And when he's done, he stands and he looks down at all of you and he says, "Shall we make this a game? I have 5 houses I have in mind to give you, differing in size. Whoever brings me the heads of your friends gets the biggest ones. And if all of you fail, I'll strip you of your free will, and Monty, you must be hungry. Have them for dinner. Now go."
I look at Bray. Catch me if you can, and I sprint on.
Come back here, you fucker. And he's gonna run after you.
And that is where we will leave it. As all of you are now playing cat and mouse in the Dread Isles, I will let you all decide who wins, whom executes whom picks up the official title of Executioner, which will be awarded to you alongside the biggest house, or whether Monty has to eat the remaining survivors himself. Thanks for playing, guys. That was really fun.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Blue.
No, I want to know if my character dies. No, no.
Roll a d20. Roll a d20 right now.
Roll it, roll a d20.
Actually, a percentage dice.
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna roll d20. I want to win. I want
I
to.
think he
I-
dies. It's just a question of how. How about all of you hunters roll me a d20?
All right, I'm doing it.
On that note,
This is
I
gonna be
think-
bad.
Oh.
Yeah, so go for it.
What did you roll?
Modi rolls a 5, so at least you beat Modi very.
I didn't roll
rolled a
anything.
6.
Oh, that's the
Can I
stealth
get-
check of
Can
us,
I
sorry.
get advantage
Yeah.
because I've been a first supporter of the Dread Emperor all along?
Well, as an early adopter,
Yeah.
early
rolling
adopter advantage.
18.
18.
Joking me. I can't believe
Can I make this a
six.
survival? Can I make this a survival
No.
check?
No,
I'm not on a survival check.
no, you're lost in the hallways.
What am I
I'm
rolling?
not lost in the hallways.
Just a d20,
Just
just
a
a flat
D20.
d20.
D20. Mercy, I need one for you as well.
I wouldn't do it. Dread
You
Emperor
have
can-
no choice. You have no choice.
Well, I mean, then
You're
you
rolling for
roll.
your skeleton.
My goal is to just
You can
get
roll
into the
for the
wilderness.
skeleton.
I'll roll for my
Just to get
skeleton.
into the wilderness and
Yeah.
live like a hermit.
Yeah.
Okay, that was not good. So what do we have?
18.
I haven't rolled yet. Give me a second.
Irene?
Areem slowly exits the room,
Catch me if you can,
following after,
motherfucker!
and
Nice.
instead of actually chasing anyone down, he finds a quiet corner and he whispers to himself, "My whole life, I have escaped everything that's tried to trap me, and I've always found my freedom. Nothing is taken that from me, and nothing shall take it again." And with that, I'm going to use all my key points. And Areem is just gonna, in a wisp of shadow, dissolve his being and soul and just free himself into oblivion. Fucking Master Oogway, like, just turn into Cherry Blossom and just cease to exist, rather than be a slave.
Oh, you can just
Damn.
get as a monk. You can just kill yourself.
Irene
Bro.
dissolves
Nah, I'm just freestyling
himself.
that. Yeah.
So for the ones who do actually want to hunt and kill their friends, we had 2 available targets in the name of Osiris and Modi. We have an 18 from Lucifer, a 6 from Bray,
Yeah.
and a 5 from Mercy. So
Against
you
the-
two against what were the rolls? I mean, so here's the thing. You're definitely dying. Lucifer with an 18.
Against a 16 from Oz and a 19 from Modi.
Tell me how you kill Osiris. You do to him.
I'll take the Sunblade
Mhm.
and kill him with that.
You take this burning sunblade, and you kill the follower of Cyric, who, let's be honest, was about the worst person to chance upon a righteous sword. And you take off his head, the searing fire of the sunblade sizzling at his neck. and you return it to the foot of the Dread Emperor. Bray, you hunt Marty down. He's canny.
Why?
He's fast. He's hard to find.
Can I not
You
use
follow and you
locate
follow.
person? Locate
follow.
object on the door out this place. I've seen it. I came
Bray,
in
by
by it.
yourself. By yourself, Bray. You struggle. It's only when there's a black shadow that appears from behind you and a firm hand on your shoulder as General Montague says, "It's that way."
Oh, cheers, mate.
That's not play. He's not allowed to play too.
Bray takes off down the hallway to where Maudie finally finds Maudie like cornered. He's found the door to escape, but the door won't open. And Bray's
I will have
just
gone
like,
invisible 2 more times every time you found me and disappeared.
It probably takes a few hours.
This is even better. You
It's
fucking
maybe-
grab him by his
and then
invisible
and then at least twice you ran past a looking house guard who told you he's the other way.
So this goes on for hours.
You've had the
And,
general
like-
really patiently tutoring you the entire time, occasionally saying, "You're likely to end up in the guards, so you will enter my jurisdiction. Let's start training here."
Yeah, right. Sorry. I'll get him this time, I swear. And
At
as
one
the
point, he's disguised as a guard and actually volunteers to help you find him. Goes with you for a while before losing you at a corner.
Until eventually, Bray.
until eventually Marty is out of spells and he's out of tricks up his sleeve. And the general literally just picks up Bray and plops him right in front of Marty. And he's like, there you fucking go. Like how you went a cat to a spider that you're like, you idiot, it's right there. You need to eat that. And Bray looks at Marty and he says, I'm real sorry, mate, but you should have just agreed to join the Emperor because he's great and this island's great and I don't know why you want to leave. And look, don't take this personally, but I've always been a bit annoyed.
Oh no, you cut out.
And,
Lean forward, you cut out.
and he says, I'm really sorry. Oh god, I'm really sorry. But you've always been a bit taller than me and it really bothered me, so don't take this personally. And he takes his great axe and he's gonna cut you off at the knees, literally. And
Big fan.
and then cleave you down the center, and you're dead.
That is where we will leave it. Bray and Lucifer both executioners of the Dread Isles, awarded with large and beautiful homes at the top of Varsala. You live your days in wealth and luxury, attending parties at the palace, dive bars with all the other vampires and what have you. You live long, long lives. Maybe one day the regime is overturned, but you have a really good time of it. Bray, you do manage to ask out Seraph. Your natural one did not poison your attempts forever.
Yes, it's worth it killing my friends for getting a date.
And Lucifer, you are happy in the knowledge that you are more powerful than you have ever been before. And you find people you want to protect on this island, the Dread Emperor, people you meet in the street, and you feel you have the might to do it.
You also get haunted by a tiny little fucking skeleton with tiny little tiefling horns that won't leave you alone.
I keep talking to the blade about it. Like, what do we do about it?
And
Oh my god.
that's one shots for. Let's kill our friends.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Clued.
Thank you, Clue.
Thank you.
Thank you, DM.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just
What-
remind myself to kill all your characters next campaign. It's fun.
I'm sorry
Wow.
that went substantially over time. This has been great. Love DMing. You'll probably never ask me back, but I'll do it. Yeah, cool. Is it your next campaign, guys?
See you next campaign.
When we start it at some point.
At some point.
Join our Discord and hang out with us.
My life for Casimir. There's all.
Can't fucking believe you, Jamie. Gotta kill me.
He killed her.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
said it wouldn't have a happy ending, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You told us in the beginning.
Bye,
I'm glad, this
everybody.
is why I'm glad I did a different character. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't play your campaign characters. This is a weird alternate universe.
That's what I mean. Like, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen, but someone miserable
okay.
who, you know.
If you want to watch the Jedi Empire, probably gets punched by a guard. See what happens next time.
I'm going to
Spoilers.
find the Dread Emperor.
Spoilers,
Always
bro.
Dread Emperor.
Mhm.
This
I'm gonna
character
bore
dying
him to
would be
death.
would have-
Right.
Hilarious.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, thanks for Bye.
Never enough for her. No. She's like an elevator. She'll take you up and bring you down.